Yeah. Yeah. Friday night vibes, Evil Dookie in the building. Turk Murphy, let's ride. Welcome to the rough cut. Crack the box, we gon' rough stuff. Classified on the desk, we touch up. Friday night, yeah, we level that fun up. Rough cut, paint pose, let the squad flex. Evil Dookie Turk running all sets. Click in, you ain't seen it like this yet. Camera on, ring light humming. Still framed and the chat start flooding. Fresh case, got the blade out cutting. Slice tape, pull a Joe out stunting. Bare plastic, that's just the base coat. Turn a shelf toy to a main show. Turk line up parts like a payload. Dookie add grind, make the chain glow. Tiny boots get a dust wash battle wear. Shoulder strap dry brush like a scene air. Backpack looking like it's burned through a raid. Tiny world but the detail heavyweight. Yo, pass that brush. Hold up, let the paint set, hush. Chat spam fire when the cam zooms in. One more mod, now the figure got sent. Welcome to the rough cut. Crack the box, we gon' rough stuff. Classified on the desk, we touch up. Friday night, yeah, we level that fun up. Rough cut, paint pose, let the squad flex. Evil Dookie Turk run in all sets. Click in, you ain't seen it like this yet. Roll out.
Oh shit, he busted out the snake armor.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a guest tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in if he's ready. he just wove.
Hey, hey guys.
What's happening, Crow?
Oh, it's Turk. How are you, man? We're doing a snake.
Playing with my snake armor, man.
Yeah, Crow sent me a text a little while ago. He's like, hey, I got all my shit together after watching Lonzo's video, and I turn on YouTube and I see you guys doing the same shit I was about to start doing.
Yeah. Well,
Fucking
thanks for sending. Yeah, well, thanks for sending me the link, man. It was fun to build with somebody tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just chilling, having fun, man. We ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Shoot. More the merrier, I say.
Gasoline Mechanic was early as shit at 7:40.
Hey, he was ready to party, right?
Gojo's here. Of course, Crow's here. Triple D, hope you're feeling better. Hope you're healing.
Yeah, man. Busted collarbone.
Dude,
I don't even want to think about that shit. Like, just thinking about it makes me cringe.
It's not fun.
I busted mine when I was a kid and it fused back differently, but yeah, I think I remember being in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Son of a Crayon Slayer's here.
What's happening, Crayon Slayer?
Oh, Gojo mentioned my little music album I dropped.
I saw that today.
Yeah, I got bored. My kid actually loves listening to that. Like, we'll get in the truck and we'll go somewhere. We go to Lowe's once a month for those little building projects they do, you know, like kid building things. And it's free, so I don't know why parents don't take advantage of it. And as soon as he gets in the truck, he usually has a tablet or something with him. He messes around playing some kind of dumb game. He's like, Daddy, put music on. So I'll put Pandora or something on. He's like, no, put on your music. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I want to listen to your music. I was like, you know, it's not me. He goes, yeah, but I like it. It talks about G.I. Joes. I was like, all right.
Yeah. You got to feel good hearing that your kid idolizes your stuff like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Until he wants to customize more than I do. Then I spend a lot of time doing his stuff because he can't paint. But he's got some brilliant ideas, man. SES Dog's here. Sean Jones. The good idea man here, Bobby.
What's happening,
Bobby?
Sean?
Ask him what we're working on.
Bobby showed me pictures of his cold slither project. It's awesome.
Isn't that thing sick?
Yup. Yup. It turned out way better than I
Makes
thought
my
it
bus
would.
look damn fucking.
Yeah, Bobby, he be messing around, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, I saw the bus he was using, and I was like, that's a good bus. Bound to be some problems. Doesn't look like there wasn't any problems he couldn't handle. Holy crap.
I'd say old Mr. Wald is what you know as a ringer.
Yeah.
Willie Springer's here.
What's up, Willie?
Dead Linked is here. That dude's got a massive army if you ain't seen his channel.
Which one's that? Dead linked. Check that out.
Ah, he's in there. That's how
Just
I get
Sean
out.
Jones is here asking what you're doing to that snake, Turk.
Man, I am trying to pry this fella right here with his arms up. I'm trying to pry his ass in there, man. This is some stuff.
Legend Series is here.
For. What's happening, Legend Series? Thanks for stopping
What's
by.
going on, Tony? Well, shit. I think I burned through that marker.
Jojo, Bobby's not on a channel. He's on a witness protection program, I think, or some shit. I think he's WITSEC.
He's kind of like the religion almost. Is he reaches out and gives you ideas, but he never shows his own, right? He goes through.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that Chuck Berry, the Gong Show, where they had the guy that wore the paper mask, the bag, because they didn't want to show his identity or some shit?
Yeah. Or what's that musician that used to do it? It says Sierra or whatever. Anyways, there was a musician that used to do that, cover her hair in front of her face.
Paul
No,
Morales
this
is
guy
here too.
He wore like a brown paper grocery sack over his head.
Oh, that one's marked.
Bro, you build your bricks.
I build my bricks. Like,
Yeah. Do you do brick walls?
I do really bad ones. That's why they're always war torn and blown up.
Okay. I picked these up from, I think, High School Creations. There's two. I mean, they got like 4 different ones.
Oh, that's cool.
So I've never really tried them. I'm going to try them tonight. Off camera, before we started, whatever Lonzo did his thing, how he gave me the idea, I took the a piece of balsam wood, I think, really light wood, and just glued it to the foam and let it sit overnight last night. And then I'm gonna do a little wall in the background of mine. So I took the wall, and then I got these trees from the dollar store when they were on sale for Christmas. They were Christmas trees, but they came in with concrete blocks that were inside them. So I heated the damn things up, ripped the tree out, and I was like, you know what? I can use the concrete for something. So I broke the concrete up, and now I use the concrete to give my styrofoam texture.
That works, yeah. I mean, I love hearing your approaches to it, same as I like hearing Alonzo's, because it gives me ideas too. I just found a bunch of junk pieces I'm trying to get rid of, and I was like, I might as well turn them into a runes piece. So kind of like what you guys are doing. It's something flat you can turn around and see the figure from 360.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have a backdrop for the wall because most of my shit's the bikes anyhow. So I figured like some kind of war torn wall.
Yeah.
Lunchbox.
Yeah, I got a couple I'm trying to do at the same time. So because it occurs to me what you can do for a figure or two is fine till you get to a mid-sized vehicle and you want to do it, and then it's like, I made this thing too small or dimensions are off, you know.
And this thing's 14 inches in diameter, so it's a good size, but I got to make the wall magnetic, and I've never done magnets before. That way I can take the wall on and off.
Right, yeah.
But I just sat here and beat the foam with the concrete, just like sat here and tapped the shit out of it before we jumped on. So it's got a texture to it. Yeah.
That's cool. I've seen that done before. I want to do stuff like that. I don't like how I carve the bricks. I just find the way I do the bricks is faster because I have to do so many. So it's just like rip, done. They look like shit, but It is what it is. It's a little project, right? But now that I'm seeing how other guys are doing bricks, I'm willing to try and get better at it for sure. Like that. So you get that on Etsy, that roller?
Yeah, they were on Etsy. I think HVX Custom, or not HVX, High School Creations had, I think, a pack of like either 2 or 4, and they came with different ones.
Hmm. And are they a silicone or are they hard plastic?
It's a plastic.
You roll
Yeah.
them. You roll them across the foam, right?
Yep.
Huh, cool.
And I tried it once, and I didn't push down hard enough. And then the second time I did it, I went to go make like 2 rollers high, and I fucked the lines up, so it was all messed up. So I just tossed the styrofoam.
Yeah. Tossed it aside or tossed it out?
Oh, tossed it out because it looked like complete dog shit.
I've never messed with this. Well, that kind of like that polyfoam stuff. I never really messed with that shit.
See, here
It's
comes
just
Bobby with good ideas again. He said,
It's
when you
so
have a
readily. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Crow.
No, sorry. I didn't realize you were reading a comment. I was looking down. Go ahead.
He said, when you have war-torn walls, have you ever thought of using tire wide to replicate rebar that it's been exposed and maybe a little bit of chunks in the center?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I say I'm leaving it for now and I'll get back to it, and a lot of it is those little details because they're so quick and easy to add. It's just I have this tendency with the ADHD to move on to the next project and be fine with leaving things kind of undone sometimes.
Yep.
I'll get to it. I'll get back to this.
I'm guilty.
Yeah.
And then
Gasland was asking if that was a figure of you earlier, Turk. I think you were showing on Spirit.
Yeah.
Gasland asked if that was a figure of you. You had Spirit.
No, that's Spirit.
3 stars.
But
He said 3
there it
turntables
is.
and a microphone.
Cool.
What's happening to 3 Star? I thought 3 Star was going live.
No, he's got a premiere tonight for Tuco Viper's Hiss and Tell there. Sorry, the Hiss and Tell series he did. He's got part 2 of episode 1 coming out on it as a premiere. So that's coming up at 7 o'clock his time, I think. So actually probably shortly ours.
That's what it was. I thought he was going live or something tonight. That was
Yeah, no, he let me have a watch of it. There's lots of twists and turns in this next one. It was a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, hey, that's good stuff, man.
Gojo said, yeah, I was beating it before we jumped on, too. And he goes, oh, you weren't talking about that. Sorry. Well, we're all old.
That's just more disturbing than I think he wanted that to come out. You had to get worked up to watch us or what? Or just these two? Because I was a surprise. You can leave me out of that.
Gasland said the one before Spirit, Turk.
Oh, no, that was what? Or in the Ram cycle.
Breaker?
Breakers. Yeah, flew past me, man. Yeah, it was a little custom breaker that I did a while back. It was some breaker pieces. I did some trading, and my breaker didn't come like a breaker. So I do whatever.
Terrible thought crossed my mind today. So I was thinking about the retro card releases of late and how they really want to go back and do simple OG 13, right? Like with Grunt there, they did that right after we've done Zap, and seems that way, right?
Right.
I get this vibe we can expect a retro breaker at any point. And it's just like we just got the Mass Device one, but I could see them doing a retro breaker.
After we already have 2?
After we've already had them. Yeah, I could see it.
Why
Because
not?
capitalizing on that retro card OG 13 thing, right?
That's kind of like you have to do it, right? That's like a double dog dare.
Yeah. There goes my $30.
Seagram 7's here.
Yeah, Seagram.
Sean Jones is asking, what pen are you using, Crow, and what brand?
These are AK. This is a light gray because my dark gray just got spent. But
Those are on Amazon, right?
no, my friendly local gaming shop, like 12 blocks away, carries these. So I'm picking these up, 2 or 3 markers every week. I've got a ton of them now. They're not bad. Like, what does Amazon charge for these things? Because I never checked, right? Like, because
Good luck. I'll
here
look it
where I
up.
get here, I pay $7 Canadian for them, so that's like $5 for you guys. So I figure Amazon's got to be about the same, right?
Yeah, probably
$7. You pay $5 per pen?
Yeah. Well, yeah, $5 US really.
I don't even see them on Amazon.
No, I think they're $4.95 if I think about it. $4.95 here, so $5. So it'd be more like $3 or $4 a pen for you guys.
Holy shit.
that bad.
Well, let me do the math. $264, not bad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're not expensive. They're like a vial of paint. You don't have to fuck around with a brush. You can't spill it and make a mess and do all that stuff.
How sharp are the points in those things?
They're not bad, but you're not going to get into like facial detailing with these. Like, oh, I'll just put some eyebrows on this guy. You'll clown out whatever you're working on. But for coating things and doing like areas, even denser areas, I find them really good. Like the paint flows really well for them. And how some paint's thicker than others, you got to thin paints out and things like that. You don't have to worry about it with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the paint's always the exact same consistency. It doesn't dry out.
Yeah, the ones I got, sometimes they're runny, sometimes they're fucking thick as shit. Sometimes they get cloggy.
Yeah. Usually they work good right off the bat, and then a couple of wax in, and then it's shit.
Yeah, no, I've had zero complaints about this series of them, but I bought the AK ones, and then I bought ones from Citadel, Army Painter, pardon me. And these work completely differently. I don't like these ones as much, and this one was $8 Canadian, so probably like 5-6 US. Not as good.
Do you have
Paint's
flesh-colored
nice.
ones?
Yeah, tons of flesh-colored ones, right? Like that's the nice thing about the AK ones is you can buy them cheaper if you buy them in the preset kits. Like they have ones that are like the zombie kit, and it's like 5 or 6 pens of different colors that you would use on the zombie figurine, right? And then they have barbarian kits and goldy shiny kits and things like that. So they get cheaper when you buy them like that, but they're really good for doing miniatures for Warhammer or Pathfinder. But I find using them on the customs is actually really good too, and that was because Tony Figs was talking about them.
See, that's my problem. Is that the flesh-colored markers I got from Amazon, they suck ass. It's like none of them 100% match. They just got like a weird finish to them when you're done.
And are you trying to match them to Hasbro bucks, like this flesh tones that Hasbro uses?
Torsos, yep.
Yeah, you'd almost want to go in and try and
so
find like the color guides they use, right? But
that's the only bad thing about the paint markers. You can't like mix your own and get your own exact color.
no, yeah, you're pretty much decided on that's the code. That's why like I said, I would still, if I wanted to get detail on something like washes and other things, a lot of the details I have to put by brush. You can't use these for them. The lines are too thick. This one's dead too. Jesus.
I think that pink foam is a little bit softer than this green foam because I just rolled it and it's not too bad.
Give yourself full camera for a sec.
Yeah, what he said.
Unless it's good to end the stream.
The
Be
other
careful.
the other full camera.
Yeah. Keep the
There you
chat
go.
with us. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd be interested in picking one of those up. That looks like a real time saver. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's not too bad actually.
That would have taken me 2 hours, 3 hours.
Three Saw said you guys were going live at 7 my time. I have it set for later. It's only 10 minutes long.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I found out I was joining you and I was reading that message at the same time, and I think I misinterpreted it. Oh,
Gasland
yeah,
said
definitely.
it kind of looks like you.
Say what?
Mm-hmm.
Gasland said it kind of looks like you. And everybody, make sure you check out 3 Stars video.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It is a good 10-minute watch. So both the markers I plan to use tonight, guys, just burned out on me, which means everything's closed today, so I can't get more of those. I don't know. I'll have to move on to some other side of this.
That seems like my luck.
Yeah, I was all prepared till I wasn't prepared at all.
Like I was ready to go.
Bob the Odd. That's a new guy. I don't recognize that name. But thank you for joining us, Bob the Odd. He said, did you sand the foam to get rid of the heated side edge? The roller will work a lot better in my experience. Yes, I did. But this is Lowe's foam, and the pink stuff is Home Depot foam. So this foam, I do realize, is a little bit harder. You just got to push down on it, and I'm standing up. Otherwise, I'd usually be on the floor doing it. Trey's here from Toyomics. Appreciate you stopping in. 3 Star said that's a hell of a lot better than carving them. I did it by fucking ruler one time. Holy shit, did that suck?
Oh yeah, that's the way I was doing them, and I was just fed up with it. Like, nope, not doing this anymore.
Yeah, that seemed like a lot of time-consuming shit.
Yeah, and it's true. Once you watch other YouTubers, you see how simple the better ways were, and you're just like, well, now I know. You know, could have discovered that on my own, but nope, stuck in my ways.
Yeah, see, mine's off just a little. It kind of, the angle's off just a little bit. It kind of like tapers off, but it'll be fine. I gotta do the backside anyhow. Seagram's asking what these things were. They're I want to say High School Creations made them. You can get them on Etsy. I'll send you a link when we get out of here, Seagram, or tomorrow. Yes, 3 Star. The High School Creations, I believe, makes these. Diabolic makes wicked stuff. I haven't seen them. I got to check those out. Bobby said, I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody do a Super Mario Brothers diorama with those brick rollers. Don't give my kid any ideas. He's got a bunch of those figures. No, I haven't, Gasland. I've been busy with bikes. Three Star said the same thing. He only did it. He did bricks once with a ruler. He'll never. That's the only time he's ever done it.
Yep, it's a pain in the ass.
Bob the Odd said he spent many hours on these things. I could not even imagine doing it. I'll pay someone to do it. BX Medic, thanks for stopping in. I'm going to do the other one on the floor.
I gotta look up. What are you working on now, Chark? Obviously, you got your snake pilot dealt with. I haven't looked up in a bit.
Yeah.
Qu'est-ce que fuck a pew pew is that? Oh, you're building them.
This is Oh, some sort of SCAR variant rifle.
Yeah.
I'm sticking some shit together. I got a lot of pieces, and you just got to kind of make them put on there whatever way you really want to, I guess.
Yeah, I was doing some of that problem solving the other night and I didn't come up with the solution. I was trying to see what bits and pieces I could hawk together with a bit of super glue and sculpting to try and make that video camera I was talking about there, Dookie, on Shane's channel. Just can't find anything to make one. But I love
You just
piecemealing the
want a
little
regular video
parts
camera
together.
like they use for. You just want a regular video camera like for movie, like they would use for the fucking recording a TV show or something, right?
Like what you would use if you were a news photographer, or like what was it? I was watching the other day, Civil War again, and I wanted to get like that kind of camera equipment for video cameras and for shooting, right? So I think those would make interesting characters.
I've got one for WWE that I bought for one of my displays.
Do you know which set? If you find out which set that is, send me a photo of the whatever you can on it, and so I can try and hunt that down. We have one more Toys R Us out here that is closing down. I'm not sure if it's closed yet, but they would have clearances on stuff. Maybe I'd get lucky, but it's probably been out for a while, though. I imagine, eh?
Yeah, it's an old one, but I'll find it for you. Shoot you a link. You've got do you ever use eBay up there?
I haven't used eBay since I got over my Warhammer 40K addiction and told myself I wasn't allowed to use eBay anymore. If I were to find my password again, I could probably rekindle my account and my love of it. Yeah.
Don't do it, man. I'm telling you.
No.
They got too much shit on there, man.
Well, that's just it. If I didn't break when I was collecting hockey cards, I was using it a bit, and I was like, man, this is really easy to use. And all of a sudden you see your credit card bill, and I was like, God damn it, it was so easy to use.
Shit.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, say it ain't so.
But yeah, I can imagine I could find that WWE set on eBay or something and get it there. Might even see some of the guys
thinking of, I'm going to spend all this money for this one thing. They're like, it's all right. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Like, I'm doing it for me.
Yeah. The consequences are manageable.
I buy a lot of
I'll
shit.
find it and send it, Crow.
All right. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. I figured, like I said, Joe. Oh, what are you going to do? No, I was just going to say I could also find it at Joe Fest, but.
No, I'll find it for you. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use spackle on this and spackle 3/4 of this shit and only have to do some brick.
That's realistic enough, right? A lot of brick walls done that way. Like, especially the stuff in the 50s.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, or if it'd been, they took out a window or it's been repaired or something,
Yeah. Where's my skizzers?
Crow, Gojo, damn it. Chat's moving.
Yeah, that's good. The sign. That's a good thing.
I tried to get my wife to be the moderator, like not a moderator, but control the chat for me. She's like, hell no.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
Let her stay out of it.
She's the smart one.
Yeah.
Gojo said, Crow, I'm collecting the big McFarlane Warhammer and Joy Toy ones.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been tempted to buy a couple of those. Like the Joy Toys, I have a few. They're worth it, but I'm just going to get back into 40K. Me and Shane have been talking.
I was going to buy a Sentinel in Galactus, because I seen them on Facebook, on Marketplace Local.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, man, I'm not a Marvel guy, but I'm just going to get them too. And then I came to my senses and I thought, you're not a Marvel guy. Fuck that shit. So I chose better and I didn't get that shit. Thank God.
That is some sage ass wisdom right there.
Man, that's a lot of
Marvel
money.
is Marvel's a terrible rabbit hole to get into. If you just started with classified and joined into Marvel, you have no idea what you're getting into. It's so
That's what
bad.
yeah, I'm cool. I already, hey, if it was anything like the classified, I know how that went. So I'm like, yeah, cool. That,
Well, I mean, like most, I'm a big comic fan from the '80s, '90s, all that stuff. So I thought, well, it makes sense to buy Marvel, and then you're like, man, they have like 3 releases every 5 days. Like, it's just impossible to keep up with their cataloging. Trying to go back and do it, so it was just like, nah.
How long they been
man,
doing it?
that'd be
Like
a
20
lot of
years?
buying, it sounds like to me.
What's that Marvel line? How long?
Yeah, Marvel Legends is what, 20 years old?
Uh that's a great question because I don't know what they were under when they were with Toy Biz and all that other stuff, right? But there's always been some sort of Marvel figurines since the '90s at minimum, right? Whatever
Hmm.
scale, they've always had one. They were shittier, but
Well, this is going together like shit.
Yeah, same here.
Fuck it. Good enough for me. Hey, you ever had to take home a real ugly girl from the bar?
had to is relative. But
Yeah, had to or
Well,
chose to.
hey,
yeah,
chose to is a better way of wording that.
well, I have to admit this on YouTube. Pass. Next question.
You can, hey, you can go ahead and add in that you was drinking heavily if you want.
I think it's assumed, eh?
Like I may have been drinking
Yeah, there
heavily.
was definitely booze.
Man, I'd give my left nut for a green one of these damn pins.
Which ones are you using?
I'm using these deco colors
Oh, who
from
makes
the Hobby Lobby.
thens? Hobby Lobbies?
Yeah,
The
they were
Hobby
like
Lobbies?
$6 or $8 for 4 pins, like
Uh,
that, maybe 10. It seemed like a good deal. I bought it.
so, what do you guys think about the despoiler thing? The despoiler debacle.
Oh, I love it.
I think
Yeah,
all the money for that wave went to that, which is hence why we're getting
absolutely.
these weird retros.
I think more than that wave's worth of money is being questioned right now. I don't know. I feel like there's a couple more big reveals coming up too. So we're not even to Yojo June yet, right? So
Mm. Can I say I bought another drift
If I don't
car
get a fucking thunder
with the
machine,
money?
right. You bought another drift car. You finished off the Porsche, and you're moving on to which one now?
No, I didn't buy it yet, but I got my eye on it.
Like a real car or RC?
No, another RC car. You got to have 20 or 30 of them, man. You can't just
Yeah.
have one.
No. You had me looking hard at that again because I was always looking at those crawlers, but last thing I
Man,
need to
I
do
got
is HasLabs, more HasLab price stuff.
I've recently bought a drift car, and I noticed that I have a lot more fun with that than I do just looking at these little fellows here on the shelf. Because I don't get the only time I get them down and play with them or rearrange is if they fall over or if I'm
Mm-hmm.
on live. I don't go out in the backyard and take pictures and shit. Now, since I bought my drift car, I've probably put I gotta say 1,000 hours easy in my living room, and I I got hardwood floors in there, right? And I noticed, like, I laid off the last couple of days, but I noticed this brown dust all over my car, and it's like I got to go out and blow it off with the air compressor and shit, and keep all the shit clean. And I was like, man, what is this dust? I sweep and mop the floor, you know what I mean? And then right after, it's dust again. Shit. Hey, what it is it's like sanding the floor off of there. So I got to find me another area.
The cars sanding it with the tires?
Yes, the hard plastic tires, they get roughed up and
Wow.
it eats the floor.
I guess
You
so,
can see
yeah.
you can see like the groove lines where I really like sliding at. I was like,
Mm.
well, shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, drift car, right? So,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I was like, I didn't really
Try
think
doing
about
that
that
married,
one
see
all
what
the way
happens.
through.
Yeah. What's that?
I said, try doing that being married, see how that's going to work.
Oh, good God, no!
See that?
Don't do
I
it.
got a key to that. Hey, I ain't got nobody chewing my ass for truck parts I bought this last week. Thank God.
Jesus. What?
NorCal said, what's up? He's here. Hope everyone's having a good evening. I know I'm way behind in the
Hey.
What's
chat.
happening,
HK Viper
Chris?
is here. 3 stars. He'll be back in a few minutes. He's going to go watch himself.
Yeah, guys, fuck. Its premieres on now, guys.
Yeah, everybody go over there. Come back.
We'll be here.
Right?
I ain't going anywhere. I've already seen it. I'm allowed.
Really digging this gun.
See that one? Yeah, see, I like that. That's kit bashing on the most what's the word? Challenging levels, right?
Yeah, I could not do that shit.
Yeah.
Gojo said he started with Legends and graduated to G.I. Joe in 2000, and they started in 2005. First toy biz.
Oh
was,
Jesus.
yeah,
20
so,
years, yeah.
Damn, 21 years of that shit.
Good God.
HK's asking if that's an HK-433 weapon.
423.
Yeah, it's HK. Yeah, that's the HK, I believe.
I need my wood glue.
And White Mike's here.
Hey, White Mike.
That
what's
container
happening,
was
buddy?
sick, White Mike.
What's happening, Paul? Yeah, I got a bunch of guns really that I got to detail up. I got guns on top of guns. There's a G63 or a G36 or whatever.
You've got all of the pew-pews.
I got a couple of them. I went crazy on Colts, man. And then
On Colts?
yeah, on Colts. And then I found this guy that, like, after I got a ton of guns, like,
I just finished a bunch from somewhere from you and somewhere from Loki Wartooth, and the rest were Top Fun Retro.
that's why I've just now been getting into detail. This is just heads. I got a ton of them fuckers too. But I found that I believe the guy's Atlas 3D or whatever, maybe. No,
Yeah.
Red Atlas Creations?
No, it ain't. No, I think it's Atlas 3D on Call.
Yeah, I don't know how he
He
did
does
that
a
shit.
bunch of the Call of Duty shit and all that. Gears of War. So most of his guns are pretty accurate, and all of them are, they got interchangeable furniture to put on them too. That's what I like.
Yeah, I'd like to get into the interchangeable parts, but I can't stand working with glue on that level. It's just I always end up making a mess.
Well, it's a lot of little fucking parts to a lot of little detail.
Yeah.
Look at the
I
camo
noticed
paint on
his
Crow shit.
files.
That shit's crazy.
I noticed on his files, like each file, you gotta like the clips and all that shit. Yeah, that's crazy. You gotta like really get in there, and everything has to be sanded and shit.
Yeah, and that's so a lot of work to just 3D print something and then to go in and try and like sand that stuff down. You can actually wreck it. Eh? That's my impression of it.
Yeah,
anyways.
whenever it's small as shit, man.
Yeah, you can lose details quick on a gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're going to see me at John's booth pretty much all of Joe Fest, right? He's doing me solids. I'm going to go hang out with John at Top Fun. And I got to budget myself. I'm not allowed to spend more than a certain amount of money there every day. Buying nothing but guns.
I'd go in there and I'd be wanting to trade. You know what I mean? Product. I'd be like, hey,
Absolutely. Yep,
you know,
you should.
I like their stuff too. You know.
Yeah. That's what I like too. I liked the trade floor last time I was there. That's where I got my Dreadnought bikes from.
Right.
People were always like, "Where'd you get those bikes?" I was like, "They were 3D prints from Joe Fest." I have no idea who the guy was. It's on the
You know,
trade floor, man.
like everybody does rifles and stuff, but you don't see a lot of people do the handguns. I got a lot of good handgun files, and they're kind of hard to do, because they're small.
That means that, yeah, I think what you sent me was a lot of handguns, and you had the switchblades too, right? Like the little
Yeah.
knives. Yeah, I
Yep.
still, yeah, I all of my customs basically probably have one of your handguns sitting in its holster, right? Because they were realistic, they fit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hey, what I did is I went and I on Thingiverse, and people use prop guns for like plays and then or dry firing, like
Mhm.
practice drawing and shit, and people use them. So there's 3D files out there. So I just go find the 3D files of the guns,
Yeah, yeah,
they're
man.
out there, and then
I'll
you just
tell
gotta
you,
scale them down.
the first time I ever dealt with, I wouldn't even say it was 3D printing. Do you remember casting? When casting was the thing, right? You
Yeah,
would build your mold, silicone, and then do your pour. So the first time we came into casting, it was because of tabletop gaming, Warhammer 40K. You know, if I spent $30 on a friggin' lead miniature, I could cast it and make multiples for free. That'd be great, right?
yeah,
And the guys that taught my friends how to cast were a bunch of soldiers that whose professional posting at this base was to play enemy force for visiting units training to go overseas. So they were professional enemy force, and they would cast bomb making materials out of silicone. So we learned all this. Like they're like, so we're gonna make this IED out of this, and you guys are gonna mold that Logan Grimnar Dragon Slayer whatever thing there, and like we would do it together.
right.
Yeah,
Hey, Lonzo, what's happening, man? We see you checking in, and I see Woody slid in on us.
yeah, Alonzo, this is your fault.
Yeah, look what you started, man. These guys are working like
Mhm.
fiends in here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry, I'm behind the chat. White Mike said, "I'm not gonna sand him, but the can of Sandal automotive primer is great for filling out layer lines."
Yeah,
Ooh,
you know what I heard? Like on PLA, you can use a little bit of resin and then like a UV flashlight or whatever, and smooth layers out that way too.
that I've
Yeah,
heard. Yeah. Yeah. The thing I'd be worried about though is like just again those little ports that are supposed to be there that could be like mistaken as a print line, like the groove where the
yeah,
bolt faces, where you see your bolt in your ejection port, right? I could see it seeing those grooves worth filling, and they're like, don't fill that one.
yeah. On the guns, you wouldn't be able to. These are all resin printed. I don't even know if they have a printer, a filament printer that would print these, like this small to this detail.
Hmm. Yeah, no, not a filament. I don't know. I don't know what some of the guys are using, but I just gave my son
It's
my
probably
3D
all resin
printers.
printers.
Jay
What's up,
Gonzo's
Gonzo?
here. Woody's here.
Yo,
Um, Lonzo, yeah, like they said, Lonzo, we saw your idea and we're copying it.
yeah, was it
I'm
good?
not
Make a video
copying. I'm
about it.
just watching them. I'm watching them guys copy.
I told him in his video, I was like, I got all my shit now. I know what I'm doing with it.
Heck, we probably all copy each other. Who cares?
Well, I have no problem giving credit where credit is due. Where'd you get this idea? It was Lonzo. He just did a
Yep.
video about it.
I'll tell you,
Lonzo, you gotta
sometimes
send
I'll
that.
see some stuff and then I'll forget who I seen it from, and then I'll do it later and then be like, well, I guess I'll just do it.
Yeah, that happens a lot. And you can't be vain
Lonzo, you gotta
and be what go ahead.
send that shit to me so I can get that bike knocked out for you, man. I'm ready for it. Bobby said he heard something about you can turn your old phones into a 3D scanner. I want to do that so I can scan my head and the rest of my family so I can make custom figures of them.
Yeah. My old phone has. I think my phone has it. It's called a LiDAR camera.
Hmm.
It's your fourth camera lens on a lot of modern iPhones. Or you have a LiDAR camera on there, and if you download some of the scanning apps, you can access it, and you can do 3D scanning. I found it confusing as hell, but it's there.
That'd be kind of cool. If you,
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
I'm on an
low
iPhone
tech.
13 because Joe's so expensive.
Yeah, I think it was my iPhone 11 that had it. I don't know. I just remember playing with it and going, I am confused. I don't know what to do with it now that I've scanned it.
I remember I had an iPhone once. I immediately dropped it, and it cost me $125 to have the screen fixed.
Oh,
And then I forgot my password to iTunes. I ain't never have shit. The day I got rid of that son of a bitch, it was a happy day for this man.
oh. Well, my family pushed everything to our iPhone. Like, if I hate iPhones, I hate tablets, but they're convenient. But passwords everywhere that you have to try and remember or save to the device, which is something else that makes me twitchy. But
You know, hey, you can't trust everybody. Finally.
Damn it, man.
There you go. Yeah, pull that shit up. Right on, brother. I've been looking for the right gun for Spirit for a while, and I think I finally found it.
which one? Is that an HUD on there, like a display?
Yeah.
On the foregrip? Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like the twin drum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I only got a couple of guns like that.
All that shit on their gun, you know what I mean, in real combat, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it's absolutely about looking cool, right?
Yeah.
They're toys.
All that shit on there, that thing would weigh about 45 pounds, man.
Oh, it would make more racket than it would fucking damage, right? Like,
yeah, and then be falling off and shit if you really.
I don't know. It's good if you're piling out of a lab and you're right there and you're going to be shooting, but if you have to get there, you're going to be dropping parts.
Right.
610, thanks for showing up.
Yo. Oh. Turk, I don't even see what you're working on. Not Turk, sorry, Dookie. I don't even see what you're working on now. I just see your circle.
Yeah, I got since I'm going to be doing this for mostly bikes, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do another one. I put this one gray, a light coat of it, and then I put glue on this. I'm going to put sand on it, but I can't find my fucking strainer.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you, if it's anything like my grinder, it was laying right there by this gas tank on the floor. And I looked for it for about an hour and it was gone. And I was like, how in the fuck can you lose the son of a bitch? He was just using
it. Because we're older now, we can lose anything.
I was like,
yeah, and it's always right next to you.
Smoke a dab, hell.
Yeah.
And then about 5 or 6 dabs later, I looked over, I seen the grinder laying on the floor. I was like, oh, time to go back to work.
My favorite is forgetting what it was I was looking for that I was mad that I had forgotten the first time I went looking.
Oh, shit. And then go in the house or somewhere, or go out and be looking for something, be like, what did I come in here? I was coming here to get something. What the fuck was it?
Yep. That's immediately followed by me going, like, how long do I have before my son puts me in a home? Jesus Christ.
Man. Hell, I don't remember my name.
Or you write a note down and then forget you wrote the note down and can't find the fucking note you wrote.
Yeah. And you just remember how important it was that you remembered where the note was.
Man, the Kroger coupons.
Oh, shit. Punk's in here.
What's going on, Lawrence?
I can't never remember the damn
Thanks for
Kroger
stopping in, Punk.
coupons. Hustles, what's happening, buddy?
Sorry, Turk. What'd you say? You can't never remember the what?
The Kroger coupons, goddammit. The Kroger coupons.
Oh,
Fuck. They send them to me every month, man. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And rarely do I remember them.
Thanks,
on
Lonzo.
These
I'll
are-
get on it as soon as it gets here.
is Kroger your hardware store out there?
No, it's a grocery store.
Grocery store. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew the name. I just didn't know exactly what the role of it was. I knew it was a store of some kind. We don't have it here.
Right. Yeah, they got different stores all over for different, like, they're probably all owned by this one or two of the same fuckers, you know?
Oh yeah, they probably have some big link that brings them all together. I'm sure. But
Right.
nonetheless, when you think about coupons, I'm like, but most of the places I have, they email you the coupons. I just forget to friggin' look. Like Michael's is bad for that. Every week you can get a 30 or 40% off something coupon. You go there and you
Right.
forget you ever have it, so you don't use it.
Yeah, Gojo.
Yeah, I get yelled at by my
So
wife
good
every
to
time I
have.
go.
Then I would always remember it. Well, I can now put another Bobby Valagun back in the Bobby Valagun bag.
We got that all finished up there.
Yeah.
I got 2 screens going on. That's one too many. There we go. Don't know where to look.
3-star said, "Don't
Bobby
give Spirit the knife gun." He hated that thing.
Yeah, growing up, even then I was like, this is definitely a Cowboys versus Indians character if ever I've seen one. He's just shooting the arrows now instead of on a bow, right? Like,
Punk said, "Did Crow just say it's all about looking cool? They're just toys."
in the end, that's what it is. But that's not what I talk about on my channel. I talk about the other side that you make fun of.
Also
But
said,
the-
Marvel Legends is a rabbit hole. I tried to avoid it, but the new Abomination figure got me scratching my head. Now I own one. Now I own one more Marvel Legend.
Yeah, I passed on that Abomination, but the thought was there.
I'm glad.
That
I'm
was
not a
which
Marvel
one? Like
Legends
the weird looking figure?
It was,
Yeah.
I think,
fan. I was about stupid
that's that.
once.
Hulk looking figure, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he was in the Hulk movie, like the one with Edward Norton as the Hulk. And then he was in the Disney Plus series, so they thought enough that he would be a big fig. I don't need big Hulk villains. I just need big Hulk.
I did not think this through.
What's that?
Shit.
Like how to glue the stuff down. Usually
What
I'm
are you
pretty
using?
decent at this, and I did not think Mod Podge, but I'm trying to use block and that moss shit I have,
Oh,
but I did not.
I don't know. There's YouTube videos on how to do that.
Right.
Like for the flock, I was
Yeah, I
always
know.
taught you use a spritzer bottle and you just spray your glue in water that way and just drazzle everything over it. But I feel like what
This
you're
will
doing
not be one of those
needs
YouTube
more.
channels about how to do shit because I'm fucking it all up.
I was
That's the
thinking
best
you
part.
Just get like that aerosol glue and then take like the flock and a shaker or like a
Yeah.
sifter or something.
Same premise, like spritzer or aerosol, the glue gets dispersed in a field and then it all sticks, right? But
Put the flock
model
shit on.
railroads, they have a lot of tutorials for that for railroads.
Yes.
Those are the best ones to watch, honestly.
They really
Yeah, them
are.
guys are. Hey, they built some badass shit with the lighting and all that, and it's super duper small. My hat's off to them guys. God damn it, Spirit.
Spirit's having a rough year between you and 3-star draw right now.
Well, that fucking bird, man, it'll do it to you.
Fucking bird. Yeah.
That's why he's got the damn rifle there with the starlight scope on it, man. That way, if the fucking bird comes flying around him, bye bye, birdie.
So I'm curious, while we're working away at this stuff, what are you thinking of this debate, or not debate, but this trend right now of everybody talking about the demon? Like, because we've seen the despoiler, we have to talk about the demon. Do you think there's weight to it, or do you think we're just caught up in a moment?
I think they're going to throw us for a fucking loop.
But hey, I will say that too. I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me to see that it could become a HasLab.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of weight to the discussion. It's just,
now, how much would it be? I don't know.
that's just it. If you're crying about the demon price or the despoiler price already, like, you didn't like the snowcat price, and the demon's going to be bigger than that. Yeah. You know. And then what happens when they come out with the whale the next year and you can't really afford it because you went $600-700 on a demon last year?
Well, I think we'd all afford it, whatever. You know what I mean? If somebody really wants it, they're going to make it happen, you know?
I suppose that is always true. Whether that's good or not is separate.
They might be sacrificing a few things.
Yeah.
Like the kids' college fund.
Yeah.
Braces for the
Well,
child.
Mike, have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Yeah.
No braces for you, but we're getting a HasLab.
It's an investment, son. You're not.
Yeah.
Credit card companies like, what? You gonna open up more?
Yeah.
Like, man, go ahead and hold it down for me, would you? I'm gonna be croaked in about 2 years. That's what my oldest boy's like, Dad, what am I gonna do with all this shit? I was like, shit, it's all worth money. He goes, how in the hell am I don't know who to sell it to. I was like, I don't know.
Well, I left express directions to my ex and my son. I was like, if anything happens to me, and Emerson, you're stuck with this collection, you don't sell any of it until you've talked to guys like 3-Star Draw or Punk with Toys. They can at least point you to somebody fair and equitable.
Well, my
son says he's going to keep it.
That's what Weston says too. He's like, he goes, I ain't getting rid of it. I said, nah, man, might as well sell the whole lot, man, and buy you a Corvette.
There you go. Well, my son likes the gridiron that I got. He's into that a lot, but he won't say it. He just sits there and plays with it when he thinks I'm not looking.
Well, that shit is cool, man. Hey, gridiron makes nice shit, man.
They do. It's not really a debate, but it's just fucking pricey.
Yeah, that. Hey, I was going.
Joe said everyone will be able to. Gojo said everyone will be able to afford the whale's mortgages, baby.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, there is some merit somewhere to think there's somebody that can make some money making a loan company that is strictly for Kickstarters and HasLab projects for us to buy and be like, man, I really want that new whale. Here's what I can do for you, bud.
Hasbro
payday loans for toys.
To really display the stuff how we need
Hasbro credit card.
Space. You know, I know I don't have the space for half of this big shit, you know?
No, it's true. My son will be moving out at some point.
You need a 4x8 sheet of plywood, a table made out of that, like Woody's his table. You got to have at least 4x8 if you're going to use speed vehicles. That's a lot of space.
Did someone say moss? Oh no.
No, it's definitely something you're making a decision if you're going to collect this stuff too. See, me and Shane had a lot of discussions because the hobby's changed for us a bit with everything that's happened over the last couple of years. You know, it seems like there's so many lines to collect. You could die broken, alone, homeless in an alleyway trying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like between Monster Force or Robo Skull, you know, all these other companies that make really great figures and you want to try them, but Classified's pulling at your wallet every month, anyways.
And they're still
So
kicking your ass, not giving
yeah,
you half-ass shit, repaint shit.
well, and you
Hey,
touched on it.
I understand from a business standpoint that they have to reuse this stuff, and I get it. But man, some of this shit's lame, man.
Well, it's always been there that way. It didn't piss us off as kids when we saw reuse. You know, it was just that's how you, that's how we got new figs that look different from the other ones. But
Yeah.
It
as
wasn't our
adults, we're
money.
more worried about it. What's that?
It wasn't
Well,
our money
our
back then,
parents
so
were
we didn't give a
buying the
shit.
then.
Yeah, that's just it. It wasn't our money, so we didn't care. Right.
Yeah.
But now it's our money. So we're like, well, that's not how I wanted it used.
Right.
And you touched on it yourself. This is stuff me and Shane were talking about just today. It's like with games that are hobbies like this, like Warhammer 40K produces really cool looking miniatures, which are nice to look at on a shelf as well. If you can paint them, they're really nice to look at. It's like looking at Acid Rain or Joy Toy, you know, just
Yeah.
smaller.
I
But
agree.
you can
They've got
play a
nice
tabletop.
figures.
Yeah, and for the same investment of a year of buying Joe, you could play a tabletop game for several years using this army and be social with people around a table, right? So it's just almost like we're seeing that investment worthwhile again because, like you said, once these Joes are on the shelf, you barely ever touch them unless you're shooting a video. You know,
I
like
don't shoot videos.
what you spent your money on is limited.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. That's why the drift car in 1,000 hours in my living room until I noticed the floor getting ate up. That's where it's at. I like to party.
Yeah. And can your drift cars fit Joe's in the driver's part? I've always wondered.
You could, yeah.
I mean, that's a video too, right?
Yeah. Well,
There was
I used to
dude. Oh,
I
go
used
ahead.
to do a lot of 4-wheel drive, like RC crawling, and then I would film, too. So I do a lot of filming and then still shots and stuff like that. So I'm not really no stranger to setting up shots and setting up figures. I was doing that way back whenever I was crawling.
Right on.
I just what got me into this stuff is I bought one figure so that I could put it in my crawler and get back to doing the crawling and figure taking pictures with the truck and then it went down a fucking rabbit hole and I don't know how many thousands of dollars later here I am.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That was Stalker for GI Joe got me into GI Joe again, right? I thought it would be a nice little trophy to have on the shelf.
Hector Delgado got me. Yep.
Shipwreck.
And then him. Yep. And then him. Yeah. Whenever I seen he had Shipwreck, because he was like my favorite figure as a kid, he's a ladies' man. He kicked ass, I was like, hell yeah, I want a Shipwreck for my truck. So I bought it and I was like, wow, they got Spirit too?
Yeah.
I might as well get him.
Oh, Rock and Roll just came out. Ooh, they gave him tattoo.
Right after that, Rock and Roll it just came out, so I bought him.
Yep, I remember. It's when I sold my hockey cards and said, I guess I'm buying Joe's now.
I think I remember when you said you was like, yeah, I sold some hockey cards or whatever. Sold some sports cards.
Yeah. Bunch of rookies, yeah.
For love.
But yeah, with the drift cars and everything like that, I used to watch endless videos of this one guy who would build his own rat rods and like Mad Max type ones, but he would have a driver that he had, automated to the steering wheel, the shifter. He would turn his head, flames would shoot out his mouth, whatever. And he would put a GoPro on that thing. And he'd do 10-minute videos.
For a long time. That's Blowerhead.
Blowerhead, yeah.
Yeah, Blowerhead. That's Danny Hung or Hong.
His stuff is so addictive, man. It is just the most amazing version of RC rat rodding I've ever seen.
Yeah, hey, he's got a hell of a mechanical mind to get all have him over there shifting and pedaling and all that shit he was doing, man.
Yeah, and just
Oh,
like, and he finds the parts to make it all perfect too, right? Like, there's no question who the character is driving this car. You
right.
know, the functionality is comical sometimes.
Well, hey, I don't know if you remember, like back in the band days, back in the '80s. They had their mascot like Eddie, and then
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They had
yeah,
different mascots. And that's his mascot. It's pretty cool, I think.
the Iron Maiden one, right, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think somebody else, Megadeth had another guy too with me.
Mhm.
Iron Maiden and Megadeth had a guy. I don't know. It's kind of like that though. Yeah, old Blowerhead's pretty damn cool, man.
Yeah, I like his stuff. Ugh.
Well, Joe said you got out of sports cars in 2020 and moved into action figures.
Mm.
I used to have a bunch of starting lineup when I was a kid.
I have never been a baseball card collector.
It's a rabbit hole. It's
I could see it being that. But any hobby you get into, whether it's hot rods, motorcycles, or bicycles, these action figures, or RC, or whatever it is, you're going down a rabbit hole anyways. Because once you buy one thing that gets you started into it, oh, you're going to upgrade that shit. It's going to cost you more money, and you're going to buy the next big thing.
well, and it's really bad. Adult collectors, we're really bad because we have access to credit, right? So, credit, or we work for a living, so we're spending our money and we're vengeful about it. But sports cards, they hit your dopamine in a couple of ways, right? Because you have your exclusive cards, like your Young Guns, which is the rookie cards for all the leagues. They go up in value. You want to get those, but because it's all blind, you get that dopamine from opening a pack of cards and discovering what you got, right? It's really primitive. But as adults, we don't settle for one pack anymore. We buy boxes and fucking crates, right?
Yeah, it ain't one pack. Hey, it's funny you say that though. Like whenever you said it, how you said one pack. My son, my oldest boy, he's been collecting these Pokemon cards. I guess it's
Yeah.
like I remember him collecting them when he was a kid. You know what I mean? But I guess they got re-releases or some new. It's a new shit. They're doing it again, and it came back in. And he's like,
Sure.
God damn it, Dad. He says, I'm over 30 years old. He says, and I'm going to the Walmart to spend money that I don't got on these goddamn cards, hoping that I get one that I want out of this blind ass pack.
Yeah.
He said, and then they don't have them, and they say online they have them, they don't have them. I said, yeah, that's action figures, man.
Yeah. Yeah, these Pokemon releases will put a line up at a shop store every time they come out with something now. Like my game.
That shit's the devil.
Yeah. I have a few devils in my life already, right? I can't really blame.
Yeah, hey, what's a few more vices?
Yeah. I just talked about how I got to cut down my Marvel Legends to almost nil, right? So,
man, hey.
Shane and I are going down Games Workshop rabbit hole. That's another devil right there. So,
oh, that's for the figurines for the Warhammer.
The Warhammer stuff. They are relentless with cost gouging as well. They're no better than Hasbro.
Man, that's where you just print your own shit,
Well, they have people. They've gone on those roads, 3D printers and whatnot. But even they went through intellectual property rights over, 3D print market and things like that, like everybody else would, right? So it's just the thing is, Games Workshop works in plastics, and once the cost of oil goes up, cost of making plastic goes up, so nothing comes down again, right?
Yep.
But again, you're talking about taking $60 that I would have spent on 2 figures for GI Joe to add a new unit to my army that I can use differently and have different games with, right? Like it's almost seems like a better investment of the money.
The worst of the two evils.
Yeah, and for customizers, 40K has really got a lot for them. Like you can do a lot just building terrain and painting, right? So
Man, I get the concept of the 40K and everything. So I like it. You know what I mean? I'm not getting. This is it right here. These little fuckers. That's it. I'm not
yeah.
doing that. No, I can't do it, man. I can't. Hey, whenever yeah, that damn Sentinel and Galactus look cool as fuck. And then both of them said I could have got both of them for $1,000 probably. I was nah. I'm glad I
Yeah.
was. Hey, I had messaged the lady and almost pushed send about 5 different times, and I'm glad I stopped myself.
No, I get you. It's like Star Trek's nacelle stuff, the bridge set that they make right now. Like I imagine there's hundreds of guys that really like it, would love to buy it, but just they can't spend that money on that.
How much is that?
The nacelle bridge set, I can't remember. It's being sold in components, right? So it's as much as you want to spend on it, but I think each station is it's a slight investment. I wouldn't know the wage. I'd have to look it up. I'm going to do that now. Nacelle.
Gojo said Megadeth's mascot was called Vic Rattlehead, created by Dave Mustaine. I think that was something you guys were talking about earlier.
Oh.
Yep.
And he does Pokemon also. He sent me some cards for my kid because my kid likes Pokemon.
Yeah, my son,
I can't understand that shit. He does.
He collects
Yeah,
shit.
the card thing's the devil. And Gasland said the real devil is Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, that one. I remember I when that came out, me and my roommate got into that, and I never kept all my stuff, and I've never felt stupider. I should have kept all of it. It's worth so much money.
Magic?
Yeah. Some of those cards are up there, like Black Lotus and a few others. They're just up there cards. So I just got the nacelle site up. I'm just looking to see if they're showing prices for this, or if it was just showing pictures.
Man, I remember when the Pokemon cards first came out, and I was buying them for my son. They were like baseball cards, is what I was thinking. Same deal. And some of these cards that are worth like I seen them on YouTube, and they're worth a fucking shit pot of money. I remember him putting them in the spokes of his bicycles with clothespins.
Yeah, I think I did that with Gretzky's rookie.
He's like, Dad, he said I've ruined thousands of dollars of them cards. I was like, I know, I remember it.
Whenever people start talking about that stuff, they you can see when some people are really upset with themselves. I'm just like, man, you just never revisit what you used to do with something. Like disassembling your old GI Joes or having the big burning firefight in your backyard and you melted a couple. Just don't think about it. It's only going to upset you.
I never really destroyed like my Joe stuff. I like that stuff too much. I like the army guy stuff, man. I was really playing with that shit.
Shit, I'm gonna have to go to BBTS and see if they've got it up there because I can't find anything on that Star Trek shit right now. Nacelle Star Trek. Let's see. I mean, the figs are okay, but yeah, no idea how much those sets are going to be right now. I am not finding them on here yet. So the average figure was $28, so it's better than I thought.
Are they 6-inch?
I thought they were 5.
Are those figures?
I don't think they scale. Yeah, they don't
5?
scale well. Yeah, they're a lower scale, I think.
Man, I seen some of them Robo Skull figures. I think it was 3-Star that did his last walkthrough, and it had some of them. What are them? Right? Them were 1/18, ain't they?
No idea. Yeah, Robo Skull does 3 3/4. I thought, but
3 3/4.
Crimson Shadow was that under theirs as well?
Maybe so. I think Grievance had some of them Crimson Shadows.
Yeah. Because I know the Robo Skull flyer, like the Robo Skull itself, was made for both 6-inch and 3 3/4 to be used for both, right? So I think they do both, but I've never ordered any of it because it's just like the shipping and import costs on top of it being kind of a pricier toy. It just wasn't worth it. But if I see them at cons, I'll pay attention.
Right.
Did you guys ever get any of that stuff? Have you ordered anything that's that classified just cause?
No, I looked at the Red Shadow shit, whatever it was that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was at my toy store, but I didn't like the way it looked. I think it's Red Shadow or Delta 17 or something like that.
So Delta 17 is the 3 3/4.
It's
Like
the ones
the
that came
little
out that were
guys.
6-inch, the red box.
Oh, okay. That's probably Crimson Shadows then, I think. I don't know. I
Yes,
could
that's it,
probably, if
Crimson
I
Shadows.
look at the chat, maybe if I look at the chat, they've been screaming it all along. I could help. I could be more helpful than this.
Skeletron, that's it.
Skeletron, thank you. Who should ever said that? It's just you're
PB
half in what
PBJ.
acid rain. Yeah. Okay. I see acid rain in there. It's not acid rain I was thinking of, but yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Let me go back in the chat because I know I'm way behind.
Acid rain is one I am gonna try and get into. I was talking to Bees about it. He really likes it. It really does look appealing to me, and I'd already ordered the friggin' dune buggies. So I think, again, going to Joe Fest, these are the little guys that I'm looking for. I'm not actually going to Joe Fest to find anything for Joe besides autographs.
Bobby said that's why shows like this are important for the people that can't afford to buy props and dioramas. You can watch guys like us put stuff together. Yeah, and you can watch how to fuck it up like I'm doing right now because this totally did not come out the way I wanted.
Heavy
So
on the guilty part there.
Yeah. I'm notorious for not working with a plan, and it shows.
Yeah, but look, yours looks better than mine.
Rough cut. There is no plan. Plan to have no
That
plan.
is true.
Yeah.
Gasland said that Black Lotus sold for over 10 grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's a magic card right there, right? So
he had two and gave them away.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, that's why I say don't think about it. Don't go back to it. You know, just you made the call, live in the moment.
Gojo said the graded copy went for over $250.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's
I'm not saying I had it.
Shit.
Yeah. I know I had some good cards in my Magic deck. I don't think I had the Black Lotus, but whatever I had, I know some of them are probably worth a lot. And if I had hung on to them, what would I do? I'd just buy a HasLab with them.
You could buy 2 HasLabs.
Some of these.
Some of them.
Maybe. He's lucky.
Gojo said his biggest scoop was he had a PSA 10 1977 Princess Leia. He bought for $100 in 2012, sold it for $2,700 in 2020. In 2021, it sold for $25.
I mean, it's not that big of a goof if you walked away $2,600 richer on a $100 fig. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Resale markets suck.
Well, sometimes they ain't terrible. Like the action figures usually hold a certain value. You know, they ain't gonna be like, well, they're worth $2. You know, they're worth what they're worth. You know,
but
you got some figures that are worth more than others. Yes.
I mean, if you're selling it directly yourself, yeah, that's fine. But when people go to get rid of stuff, usually it's, you know, let's talk like adult collectors. Whoever gets stuck with our stuff when we die, they're going to take it to a place that's going to give them 35% of its value, if not far less than that, but definitely not more.
Far less than that.
You know, because that's their profit margin when they look at it. And 30 is usually as high as they want to go on shit like this.
Yeah.
You know, unless you go to an auction house or something.
Well, they got to make money too, and that's the overhead of the place. That's why there's none of these places open anymore, is because the overhead and the prices. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, just
Can't
because
get
you
the
have
hardware, so.
something that's worth like fucking 700, $800, it doesn't mean it's going to go off their shelf. They're investing that money in it, and if it doesn't move, that money was wasted on
Yep.
their end, right? So,
Because you could have sold $800 with these other things for $30 a piece.
yep, exactly. Oh well.
Now I kind of lost my lines in the brick.
You lost them? Oh, through the paint? Like you can't see them now
Yeah.
because of the shine?
Well, damn, I can see them on camera better.
Yeah, I just let that dry. Yeah. Are you going to dry brush them after? Because if you dry brush them a bit lighter, you might see your lines way easier after.
Yeah, I think I will.
Wipe them down with a different color or whatever, so you can or something around on the lines. Because it's going to go to the paint's going to go to the lowest point, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Gojo just said, when we die, our kids are going to sell everything and say, wow, Dad's collection was worth $10,000. They won't know we paid $30 for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. God bless them if they get that much.
No, my son and I had a very realistic talk. I'm like, no matter what happens, don't let people put their hands on this, you know, or that. That's you take care of this. You know, they'll undersell you, son.
Yeah, my son he watches what like the whenever the new drops come out, he sees that because he collects Gundams and shit too. So
There you go. There's another market.
Yeah. He's got every Gundam that they've ever made, I guess. He's got boxes. He's got boxes in the closet like I got boxes in the closet for my G.I. Joes. His was a built Gundams.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing too, is the boxes. God, I wish I was the kind of guy that could just get rid of a box like a normal person.
Why do
I am not playing with the box.
I got a whole closet stacked from top to bottom, very neatly stacked to where they ain't gonna fit in there any other way. You couldn't guess how many boxes in there. I'll give you $1 million. You would be wrong because you wouldn't think a motherfucker could stack that many of them classified boxes in that little closet, but they are.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got classified boxes. I used to flatten them and cut them up. Like I was that determined not to collect boxes because it was clutter. I cut them up to keep the side arts and make things out of it. But then that took a lot of work, so I stopped doing that. Then I just put all the boxes inside whatever was larger, like HasLab boxes, are filled with classified boxes, and they're all stacked in my closet.
Yeah, I got a buttload of boxes. I should just throw them all out. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna. Then I think, well, if I croak, at least the kid will have a closet full of boxes there. He can put the figs back in if he does decide he wants to sell them and get a Corvette.
That's the call I made. I said I'm gonna keep the things like ramen or HasLab boxes, so you can at least include that if you wanted to sell those. But figurines, sorry, kid. Yeah, I mean you're gonna have to sell that collection as a bunch of Lucy's, I guess, because a lot of these don't have the boxes. Just as
I've got all mine in a tote.
Yeah. You got all yours in a tote?
Yeah, they're all in a tub. So I've collapsed them all down and put them in one tub.
Yeah, it's flatten them down, and then, I mean, if we're talking realistic, I mean, even taking it out of the box has done something to the value of it, right? By the time you flatten it down, you've done more. Why are we doing this?
Yeah,
my intention was eventually
it's $1 million, and then you drive it, you put a tow in that son of a bitch, and then it's about half the money.
Yeah.
My intention was like how Punk's got and Woody had theirs up on shelves. I was gonna do that one day, put them all up on the wall so the card art can be seen. But the more time goes on, the more I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, and also bear in mind, right? Woody has a lot more space, clearly, than what most of us do. And I'm not speculating. I'm just saying it looks that way from what we see in the videos. Punk, you can see it. He's using it in the background on his channel, but he had to redo his basement to accommodate it. Right? Like, we don't think about that. That was a lot of work for him to get it that way. And you do customs. You need your space for the projects you're doing. So, you know, like, you at some point you'll be having to make a choice. Do I want to display the boxes or the shit I'm making?
That makes
That's
sense.
kind of where
That's
I'm
what
at.
I was thinking. Displaying the
Mhm.
boxes like that, that's going to take a lot of room up where you can display, you know, the stuff you made. You know, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
That knocks out space. So it's like, yeah, I might as well
Like we were-
burn in boxes.
Like we were
Mhm.
saying last night, bro, you know, with the customs you make, you run out of more space even faster, especially doing the vehicles.
Yeah. I made 2 dreadnought cars out of the McFarlane shit. And as much as I enjoyed doing them and I thought they turned out great, I can't put them anywhere I want to look at them. That stuff is for better things like, you know, HasLabs and figurines and other things that I paid money for.
Yeah, but it's hard to pass up the allure of a Roscon Stinger when you already have 5 of them and you need one more, right?
That's right. Well, you have pride in your work, right? But your pride gets traded off for practical reasons as well. And I'm
Yeah,
sure,
I'm like,
Dookie,
well,
you
I
know
don't
what
need
I'm
another
saying.
Stinger.
Yeah. It's like, man, you said it. You have 1,000 RC cars, but where are you displaying all that? They're stacked
Them
up
I
in
just
cabinets.
I got a shelf I put them on. And I
Mhm.
don't have 1,000. I only got like 4 cars right now.
That's good.
I've been known to have more. I'm not. Some guys go crazy and they got to have a buggy and one of every, you know, variety. I'm not
Yeah.
that guy. I just a couple of fractions and that's it.
See, I'm worried I would try to become that guy. I wanted to get a remote control tanks. Like, there's a company that does really good steel track remote control tanks. And I think they're 1/10
Yes.
scale, right? They average about $800. And I was like, I can afford that for a Leopard or, you know, an Abrams or something. And then I realized, well, then I would want one for my son so we could fight each other. And then I would want to build a
You're
dirt
gonna
track
want
in
to
the
upgrade
backyard.
it. And you
Yeah.
got to have terrain and shit. You know what I'm saying? And some other
And
stuff.
and track is only so much fun. I really want dirt and wheels. So yeah, it's the rabbit hole. Planes and helicopters would be right after that too.
I'll tell you what I've seen that looks pretty fun, and they like it's been really taking a craze lately, and it's RC construction equipment,
Seen that
like
too. Yeah. Yeah.
like heavy implement. Like in Japan, they have a whole like where they're out there RC building buildings and shit. It's like get the fuck. They got the semis coming in, unloading them, loading them, going over to docks, and putting them on train cars, and it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy the skill aspect of that.
Yeah. I've seen the videos of yeah, like you said, the construction sites where you have to work the lifts, work the rollers, do a site. I've seen the crawlers where you have to recover somebody using just your car and the equipment on the car.
Mhm.
You know, like if you didn't put a winch on your car, you can't recover. So you don't get to
Yeah.
finish the track, things like that. And I like the
I'm a
big
big
military
recovery guy
conventions.
on the crawling.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's a thing on there. Like some competitions, like I've been to, where you get like a 3-man team and everybody has to make it out. You know, you can't
Yeah.
leave nobody behind or you DNF. So you end up
No.
somebody breaks and you end up having to winch and pull them through the whole course or halfway through.
Yeah.
Usually,
I like that aspect of it too, because it was like when we worked in vehicle patrols in my career, right? And we go bush bashing, we do zone recce's and route recce's where you get stuck, you get bogged down. You have to recover or you can't carry on with tasks and you have all these things.
Yep.
And all of us, we start learning to really like doing mud bog recovery because you're like, first off, it looks really cool on video when you pull a vehicle out
Yeah.
of the mud like that, right? But it's a power thing. It's like saying,
And
yeah,
it gets everybody on the team. You know what I mean? It makes everybody work together better.
It does
If you
too.
get everybody
Everybody's like,
working together better, you're all going to be a better team. You know.
yeah. With us, we always used to chirp the driver and the crew commander because it was like the driver's fault that he didn't get out, but it was the crew commander's fault that he was there. You know what I mean? Like the vehicle got stuck. So,
Yeah, hey, you was driving. It's your fault.
Yep. I mean, you didn't know how to feather the gas. You didn't read the ground properly. You went right into those ruts and they were wet. Those were cattails. You knew better. Like that kind of shit.
Hey,
It's
sometimes
funner
the
with RC
grass
cars.
it's sticky. Well,
Yeah.
I did a little 4-wheel driving, and I went out one time with my 4-wheel drive truck, and I had a really nice Chevy 4-wheel drive truck, and I drove it hard, and I came back with not much of a truck left. I'd rolled it and flipped it over. After it flipped over, then it was no holds barred after that, and it was kind of go balls to the wall, and
Yeah.
I destroyed it. And I was
Yeah.
like,
We
hey,
have.
I got busted up, like I busted my eyebrow, or from whenever I rolled it, it flipped it, hit my head on the
Yeah.
pillar.
Yeah. We have
But no,
a lot of guys that think they can cross country drive in their trucks and things like that. And they just don't think about what the body structure of that truck is. It's a commercial truck, dude.
they don't take it well, I'll tell you that.
No.
And they're getting hurt. And then I watched a few more videos of like guys rolling down hills, on big stuff and getting killed. And I was like, yeah, them little cars look a lot more fun, and you don't die from it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we did I'm used to 8 wheels. There's a sense of security with 8 wheels that you're not gonna flip that bitch on a lot of stuff, but they're top heavy, so they'll flip on like ditches if you take them the wrong way, things like that. But as far as mud goes, it's just like I like to think of it as the southern experience, right? Like with the guys who near the rivers and whatnot like to go mud bogging and those big
Yeah.
mud cars. It's like that.
Hey, I'll tell
But
you
I
a little
love the
secret
RC
about mud.
aspect of it.
I've
What's
been
that?
to the Badlands one time, and it was raining. It was a muddy ass mess, and everybody was stuck. You couldn't get through there. The dirt bikes were getting stuck. There was one person there at the Badlands that weekend, pulled everybody out, and he never got stuck. And he was in an old SOCOM Willys Jeep, a military Jeep that had the old,
Yeah.
the old Uniload tires on it. That in the 4-cylinder, that son of a bitch went through everything. He never got stuck.
That's because it's got those locking differentials and they're built for every driver. Like,
It was
yeah,
the
I
tires
can
on
see
it.
it.
It's the stock military skinny lug tires. They go
Uh,
through anything. That's why, like,
yeah.
if you see a lot of like the 4-wheel, like these kids, they go out, they'll buy them a big 4-wheel drive 4-wheeler, and they'll go mud bogging them. They put like skinny like tractor tires on them because they go through the mud better. Skinnier
I guess
tires
that
go
would
through
make
mud better.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never done it outside of a military vehicle, right? So I mean that all makes sense. I can see the fun and the appeal, but yeah.
Gojo said
Sorry, I
if you
turned
see
my
Gundam cars at Walmart, buy 'em. They're going for nuts money right now.
which cars?
Gundam cards.
Oh, cards.
I
Okay.
guess. Yeah, I guess it's for a lot.
Mhm.
And Bobby said we should watch videos of having shells pop out of the wall like a Murphy bed, or a drop-down tier system, a drop-down display shelf like a tackle box tier tile. Man, I can't even get this fucking grass to work. Never mind that shit.
man, I built some pocket doors one time where they had a Murphy bed where it folded down, and the pocket doors came in and it recessed into the wall. Talk about a son of a bitch. And you got
Yeah.
to have them lined up, and they got to be hung right, or they won't go in. And that was fun.
No, I know what Bobby's talking about though. Like my uncle is big into that DIY carpentry stuff, putting secret compartments in your walls and things like
Yeah,
that. Every house he owns, he turns it into some medieval castle like layout for fuck's sakes. But I would depreciate the value of the house so quickly. I would wreck my drywall.
I don't have a big enough house for that. I only got a little too big of a house, and it ain't very big, so I couldn't make no
I'm better off buying some rocks.
secret room. I don't think in here.
Yeah. Having a good time building those rocks there, Evil Dookie. They look dusty, man.
No, I've got some. I'm just gonna fucking put plastic ones on it.
Plastic rocks. Fuck it. Plastic rocks it is, man. Hey,
So I know what I
sometimes
was.
you just gotta have plastic rocks.
Yeah. I think what I was trying to do for mine is I wanted to have the rect entrance to the Xavier school, but that's a little bit more detail than what I can throw on something as simple as a rotating diorama. So
Yeah,
we're just doing steps.
you'd have a lot of busted brick and steps, and I could kind of picture that, going up the steps or whatever and have it half tore down and broken,
Well,
blown
it's
up.
easier to do busted than it is to do perfectly fine together walls at this point for me. So, but I don't have my marble displayed anywhere in my house at all. Like all my marbles in a box now because I put the Joe boot properly and it took up all the space. So,
Yeah, that's why I didn't buy into marble. That's the Joe's. I got them in my living room and all over my toy room here. I say that I'm going to quit, but I think about buying 10 or 15 more Blue Troopers.
the Blue Troopers are classic, man. That's you can't picture Cobra without a horde of those guys.
I love them.
Yeah.
And do I need 10 more? Fuck no.
Are you
Will I
doing
get
the
10 more?
AliExpress ones?
No, I'm buying the Cobra Island Troopers. And
Oh, damn, yeah.
yeah. These
Yeah.
glorious blue little bastards.
Yeah, I have a couple. I know Aaron the Toy Dancer hooked me up with my first two of those, and then I found a couple more in the wild, but man, they are rare to find. And then I see you can order them through certain places, but by the time I get around to going back, they're sold out.
Yeah, I ain't never seen them. I've always got mine secondhand
Yeah.
or third
What
hand
are they?
sometimes. Probably.
Cobra
The
Island
Blue
Trooper.
Troopers. Hell, I
Yeah,
was
them
on
bitches
here
are expensive.
and Trey, he sold me 10 of them, I think. Trey, I was like, man, I was on eBay looking at Blue Troopers, and he's like, I was getting ready to sell about 10 of them. I was like, message me, sir.
Timing is everything, right?
Well, it worked
Well,
out for
and
me. I got 10 more troopers.
I tell you though, I mean, we might start seeing these kind of deals more and more because where classified is going now is like the after 87, 88 stuff. If they're going to start going down that path, I'm already hearing people in the chats talking about quitting classified. Like this stuff's getting kind of silly now, things like this. And I'm like, I wonder how many people are going to start selling their collections in the next couple of years because classified isn't really for them anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just like, whenever they was a kid, they aged out, I guess,
Yeah. I'm just curious.
I wonder if that'll happen. I don't know. If I see something that I like, you know what I mean? It don't have to be, if I like it, I'm going to buy it. It don't have to be some figure that I've had for, whenever I was a kid. Which, yeah, there is a certain amount of FOMO to them figs. I get that part. But if I see something else that I like, hey, the Desert Scorpion, I didn't ever have that as a kid. I got
Yeah,
it.
me either.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
he's
Sundown
awesome.
figure looks pretty good. I'll probably get him if I see him in the wild or something.
I'm excited for Sundown.
I'd like to get that Malice figure. He
Malice.
looks
Which
pretty
one's
good.
Malice?
Valaverse.
Oh, Valaverse. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. He looks pretty good.
How's the flocking going?
Flocking socks.
So how did you go about it? What did you just laid all the white glue down in a spread, or did you spritz it, or what?
Yeah,
I didn't see.
well, some fucking smart genius over there named Turk told me about the spritzer, or I can't remember which one. I forgot I had these spray bottles. So I've got spray bottles like this, and I keep painting it for like blood or mud effects. And I put the glue in one of them, added water, and then put the shit down and then sprayed it just now. So, but this is kind of where I'm going with it. I mean, I'm gonna have to let the paint dry and shit like that. But Of course, I'll put a video up when it's done. That's kind of how I wanted. Oh shit! Can't see a fucking thing. There we go. Kind of how I wanted it. Something like this.
Yeah.
And then whenever I have the bikes, I can just kind of put the bike right there.
I like
or
it.
the figure, whatever it is. And then I'll have to figure out how to do the magnets so I can take the wall off so I have a vehicle I can put the vehicle on it.
So do you have a Dremel on hand?
Yeah.
So you just Dremel a couple of shallow holes in the base of the base of the wall, and a couple of shallow holes in the base of the thing there. Yeah, and you just get the two little magnets. You can get magnets at like Amazon and whatnot, relatively cheap, like just the little flat hockey puck ones.
Mhm.
But if you were to go to a place like Staples or Walmart, go have a look at their fridge magnets. You know the fridge magnets that look like thumbtacks?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of magnets over here. I've never used them.
Yeah.
I bought them. I was like, yeah, I can do that. I never even
So
put them on anything yet.
If you take a couple of shitty fridge magnets that look like thumbtacks or alphabets or any of those ones, and you just crack the plastic off those, you have magnets lying around the house, dude. And they're just perfectly usable, right? You just Dremel the holes in. Yeah.
Hey, HK Viper stopped in. What's up,
That's
buddy?
good.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, he's asking. Crow's making a skate park.
These are skate park pieces. I'm just trying to make a building entrance that got bombed out. That's all. So it's going to be, this part's going to be level with boards hanging off. This will just be a low wall.
Gasoline Mechanic said he will graciously volunteer his space to display our stuff. That's very considerate of you.
Hey,
there you go.
I told Grievance I was going to take it to his house.
It's good you guys have options.
Bobby said, yeah. Bobby said he thinks the pricing's really starting to change people's minds. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. Whether you think the despoiler is worth $110 or not, it's the question is now, is that what else are we going to get at that price point in the future? Like you got to think long term now.
Yeah, I see it. The prices are going to start going up, which really that isn't what stopped me from that doesn't sway me that much. The price, yeah, I see the price and it's like, do I want it or not? If I want it, I'm going to get it anyways, whatever the price is.
Absolutely, and I think
but the price for some people, I could see where the price would be like, hey man, fuck this shit,
Well, I think it's everybody's upset about the price because we know we're going to pay it for the most part, right?
Yeah, well, there's some people that don't have the money, and as nice as it is having this stuff, they just can't afford it,
No, that's a very fair point too. Like, it's one of the reasons why I'm cutting down too, is because I'm like, I can afford this, but I can't afford to do other things while I'm doing this. So you got to make your call, right? Yeah. Other things are luxuries just like this, but I would like to entertain other luxuries at some point. So.
Me too. Like, I could spend some of the money that I'm doing on this on doing some traveling this summer. And that's kind of what I want to do anyways. I like traveling.
There you go.
There's just other things that I went down the rabbit hole for a while for a good run. I'm not saying I'm done, but I'm saying I'm going to cut back and I'm going to do some other things that are fun instead of just this.
Yup. And I think, having a YouTube channel definitely puts a different spin on it, because when you're not buying, you're tending to not be making a whole lot of content, right? And there's always that consideration, but I don't think that's being fair to yourself to even account for that half the time, I don't think anybody who's... What's that?
I'm not in it. Like, some people are in it to be, I'm going to have the biggest, best YouTube channel. I haven't even made videos for my channel for a while. I like more than anything, and I like doing the lives. And that's probably the worst thing to, for your channel is doing a bunch of lives.
I wouldn't know. I barely ever do them unless
your channel, you'd want to do shorts and shit,
I just come in and hijack everybody else's lives.
Yeah, hey, I have more fun doing this on and hanging out and bullshitting with everybody, and then hell, painting some guns or watching Dookie do something, or just hanging out and talking shit with the chat. That's
No, and
more
that's
fun to
why
me.
I like what it's forcing other guys to do, like myself and you guys. You guys get together and we do customs on your channel, and this
Mhm.
was a lot of fun. Things like what Down South is doing, right? Like making skits, putting creativity out there, using these toys that we just finished
Yes.
reviewing, and getting your money's worth out of this stuff and having some fun. It's just it's sad because it sometimes depends on how it's received by a group of strangers on YouTube, right? Like
I think
you
everything he's doing with that is wonderful. I love it.
absolutely, right? And I wish more people would do it so we could watch it, because it takes your mind off of, waiting for a toy to come out for there to be something interesting to watch, right? When guys do that,
Man,
it's awesome.
it makes me wish that I lived close by Pop and Three Star whenever they was younger, and we could have been playing with this shit when we was kid. We'd have had a wonderful time.
All right.
Man, we'd have been out in the woods. We would have never came home. They would have. Our moms would have had to send the dogs out to find us. We'd have been out there and fell asleep playing GI Joes in the woods, man, with mud
Yeah,
all over us.
That's like
100%.
for me with the dreadnoughts. I mean, all I'm doing is getting these figures, and everything I'm doing is going towards the dreadnoughts. And the stupid roundtable thing, that's okay to show off what new dreadnoughts and new bikes, but everything I've kind of shifted all towards dreadnought.
Well, first, never call your shit stupid, because I don't think anybody sees it that way at all. Right? Your
Well, I'm
shit's
saying,
cool
like,
with the dreadnoughts,
spending
bro.
time doing this.
Yeah.
Like you said about rabbit holes earlier, you start doing stuff like you did your little buildings and stuff for your scenes and your videos, and how you do, like with the mole rats and how they got infected and the cops coming in. It's like, it's all creativity. It's all okay. It's one thing to collect a figure, but then you get stuck in this rabbit hole. You're like, okay, now I want these displays. That's a whole
Yeah.
different
Well, everybody
story.
has their own avenue that they like to enjoy this stuff.
Well, I
For
think
Yep.
one
everybody's
guy,
got.
it might be building buildings and dioramas, and for another guy, it might just be putting them on the shelf.
Yeah. I think everybody who collects has a certain degree of brain cannon that they imagine when they're looking at things. I think that's pretty normal, right? But it's some people will do things with that brain cannon, and I need to make more, right? Other
Mhm.
people are happier just going, well, I'm going to read this book and associate it to what I think about my figures. Like, it's just
Yeah.
everybody's got their different way, right? But when I
Yeah.
saw Down South doing skits and things like this, I was like, well, this is going to be a niche market for people that like skits. And then I was like, but just the fun of doing it, the fact he's doing it, you almost resent the fact that there's a like button or subscribers. You just want it out there, right? I don't care how it responds. I think this stuff's fucking fun.
That shit's
And
fucking fun,
that's kind of
man.
how I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's how I'm kind of doing with like the comic style of it. Telling the story that way. My kid can go back later on and be like, or when I'm at fucking got my Alzheimer's and shit, it'll give me something to
Mhm.
watch, and I can go back and look at the shit, and be like, oh, okay, there was a story to this. There was a reason on why I did this shit.
Yeah, and I like that you share yours, because I think a lot of people have theirs. They just don't share it, right? And it's awesome hearing somebody else. I think it inspires others to get more into their own heads sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
if you're not
Yeah.
in your own head, where are you? you know?
I agree, Crow. That's what this show is for. Those that whatever little I do or Dookie does, he does most of the fabulous shit. But it's hopefully somebody will see it, and it might not be today, and it might not be tomorrow, but it might be a month or two from now, and see that and be like, oh, this is how I do that, or man, I could do that, and then they try it themselves, because a lot of people can do a lot more than what they think. They just don't apply themselves. I'd like to see
And
everybody apply themselves.
And you mentioned your son, right? You do a lot of this for your son. And that was something that my ex said too, is like one of the best things you did was start a channel. Because if you ever pass, your kid can look you up and see you having a good time every time he sees you. Right. We never get in front of the camera to
Yeah.
discuss our bad times. So
My son, he'll watch the videos. He might not comment or nothing like that, like ever. But they'll be him and Brandon, my grandson. They'll watch the videos, and he'll be like, "Look, there's Pawpaw. My grandson loves the hell out of me. He knows me.
That's awesome.
He sees Pawpaw
Yeah,
on TV.
my
and
son
everything."
bugged me. My son was bugging me the whole time for the hawk's nest because I told him I got it and I was going to do it, and I was like, I'm going to make a hawk's nest for it, and then when I'm done with it, you can have it. And now he's got it up there, and he must go in there and change the stuff up every damn day in that thing.
Hey,
Yep.
that's what it's about, though. He's having ultimate fun with that thing, man. And that's something that you did for him, you know.
And you,
That-
as the dad with the military dark humor, get to wait till he's 21, hanging out, drinking some beers with his buddies, and there's just constantly bring up, remember that dollhouse I made you? How much you loved playing with the furniture in that dollhouse, son.
Yeah.
Right?
And then I
hey,
got
that's
the
good
one you did of
stuff.
the one you did, Crow, for the Destro's castle. I've got the same one sitting over there in the floor in here. And I'm going to make Mars
Yeah.
Industries, so it's going to be Destro's, essentially his factory. I just haven't gotten
Good
to it
call. Yeah, that's got a
that
nice,
goddamn
simple,
Destro
workable.
Castle was hot shit, man. That inspired me to do something. I started to. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so that's whenever I started doing the Cobra Mountain, and I keep looking at all the paper mache I still have left, and I kind of petered out a little bit on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish it.
I appreciate it. Tell you right now, if I could get rid of one thing in my house right now, it'd be Destro's Castle. That thing is that is like the ramen musk in size. It's big, right? And
Right.
it's no ramen musk. But
Yeah, hey, that's what I was thinking about it too. That's whenever, like, I've done scaled down the mountain. It was going to be 2 parts, and open up and shit. And I was like, that shit's 4 foot around. Where am I going to put it?
So I think I told you I did a Cobra Island dial. Like, it was a big one, and it was in my garage, and mice lived in it. Like, there was mice shit all through it.
This thing, I got it done. It's like, behold the glory.
Really?
What the fuck now?
Yeah, it's like, man, this is big idea. Damn it, this was a big idea. Damn it.
Like, I sure stuck my foot in my mouth. Fuck.
Yeah. And I felt that way. It was, and I'm not talking bad about him, but when Aaron the Toy Enhancer wanted to do the Cobra Mothership at a classified scale, I was like, what? Where is this going to live?
And park your SUV out in the driveway. It's going to live in the garage in the spot that the truck is going to live.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a question of whether it could be done. I think it could. It was just like, what do you do after? Like,
stand there like this and look at it in awe, because that's all you can do.
You're like, man, how do I get it there to this room?
And I was thinking about scaling them up and printing. I got it. It's probably for 3 3/4 the files. I got them from Loki, but I got the files for it. I was thinking about printing it, but then I was like, that thing's gonna take up my whole living room,
So, sorry, but you know what I think where that mothership belongs, if you're going to do one for classified on anyway, you know how people mount boar heads on their wall or big trophy fish like marlins? That mounting piece of wood, and you just mount the front face of the Cobra ship with the mouth open so you can stand the figures in it, but don't worry about everything after. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The head of it sticking out.
Yeah. That'd be a good showpiece. Yeah, because everything else is just so big.
A warehouse or something, or a ballroom that you wasn't using for anything else, and you could put it in the middle of that.
If your buddy owned a big gaming shop or something, yeah, hang it from his ceiling, great. But
comic book store or something like that.
Yeah, when you go to sell your house, people are going to ask questions about that thing in the garage.
Well, I got all these weird shelves all over the place in the toy room. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck did this guy have all these shelves?"
Yeah. What was that about the despoiler you just popped up? I saw the comment, but I didn't get to read it.
Bobby said that when I saw the price of the Destro despoiler, I figured they bypassed the back metal, went straight to the gold plating.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's 10 karat, guys. Come on.
And I know that I'm just not big on the gold Destro, man.
think he looks
I'm
fine.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
Well, it's what was the next after Sunbow and Destro had a gold head,
Deke, the Deke stuff.
Deke or whatever. Yeah. Well, like
G.I.
the
Joe got the full Deke.
the Operation Dragonfire or whatever, I think, whatever that
Dragonfire.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he had a
That was the
gold head
first one
head.
I watched. Yeah.
Kick
I don't know.
Rock
Remember,
said, getting to the Kick Rock said, getting to the point of what holds more nostalgia for us. Are you willing to pay or to relive a childhood memory?
and that, yeah.
It was a Rattler Christmas story all day, man. As soon as he said they were going to have that Cobra plane come out, I was there with my money in hand because my mom got it for me for Christmas.
I had 2 of them as a kid, and I didn't want it that bad this time around. I also didn't have the money available at the time. I was trying to buy a Dragonfly, but I don't
that
regret it.
Showed up
It's
at my house. I opened that box with a tear in my eye, thinking about my dear old sweet mother buying me that Cobra Rattler back in 1980 something for Christmas.
yeah.
And then it kind of
That's how I kind of felt with the Hiss tank. Yeah, because I started collecting because my cousin passed, and I didn't want to forget his memory, so I figured every Joe I got would help trigger a memory about my cousin. And when I opened up the Hiss tank, that's kind of how I felt.
And that's what you always hear that about Joe, right? Is some sort of connective childhood story for at least like 10 to 15 years worth of people you know in that age bracket. Everybody's got that connective childhood story about their Joes.
Yep.
I don't have any for Motu. I don't
HK's
have any for Thundercats.
Yeah, me either.
I don't either. And I play all that stuff, but I just don't remember.
Yep.
I remember I had a couple of Thundercats, but they weren't my bag. It was G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I had Masters of the Universe before that. And then that whenever I seen G.I. Joes at school, I was done with the He-Man shit. That was it. It was G.I. Joes. That's what. But then I was poor too, so I didn't get many G.I. Joes. I got the knockoff ones from the dollar store.
HK said he cut back on pew-pews and range trips for this plastic crap, and it's costing him just as much.
Yeah.
Hell, like I was telling Turk before we got on, Crow, I work at a bike shop now, and I was working on this guy ended up tearing out the 5 teeth on the belt for the motorcycle, and I got a Road Glide, same bike this guy's got, and he had this thing, and I was looking at it, and he's got different crash bars on it. I looked at the price on the crash bars. Front and rear is $1,000. I was like, well, I could go ahead and do that, but then I can't get G.I. Joes for a little while. I was like, no, I'm not getting crash bars. I don't ride the bike that much. But I mean, they look dope.
Yeah. It's hard to have other hobbies.
I'm going to Harbor Freight. I'm buying a roller or a bender, and I'm going to make the crash. I'll buy me some 4130 and make the crash bars. And save $500 and still buy G.I. Joes and still have crash bars.
Those who can should, right?
Well, if you can get lucky, you get lucky.
Yeah.
Kick Rock said the world building will keep me in the hobby longer than sticking it on a shelf. That's just me. And that's how I am. Even when this stuff is done and over with, I'll still be doing this. Still making shit like this, you know. My goal is, and I've already talked to the wife about this, I want a shed out back. I want, when you walk into that shed, you look left, and then you pan clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever direction, and all it is one continuous friggin' scene. That's my end goal.
I'm there with you, brother. I thought about that. Like, I have a couple of 12-foot tables in my garage. If I could get rid of the stuff that's in my garage, that, you know, I've got a couple of couches I need Goodwill to come pick up. I could set up those tables and have that Crow's neighborhood from one end to the other. But, you know, again, I learned in one place too, I've got to account for when you put something even in a garage, technically it's outside and you have outside issues, right? Critters, things like that. Spiders.
I have visions of grandeur too, fellas, but it don't ever end up panning out all the way. Like a lot of half-ass projects. We'll just say that sometimes.
And that's what was so great about what Lonzo shared with us that brought us here tonight was doing something on like a little lady Z Susan, something small that gives you like little pieces to display your stuff and you can turn it around and change how it looks and things like that. Like that's what we need is more functional things that fit into smaller spaces. Right.
Yes.
And that's why I wish
Yep.
Hasbro, like, I wish there was some happy ground with HasLabs where maybe they didn't focus on big vehicles, but maybe small, medium vehicles with big sets. You know what I mean? Like the tier unlocks really develop this thing
Mhm.
into a worthwhile project, but the vehicle isn't huge. You know?
So
Yeah,
I did an
I'd like
interview
to
the
see
other
more
night with a
sets.
guy. I did an interview the other night with a guy called Larry from Toy 3D Prints on Etsy.
Mhm.
And I've got to put it up. I'm going to put it up Sunday if I can edit it right. I don't even know if I can edit it right. It may just go up. It was a little bit of a hacky at first, but he's got this steampunk dreadnought ship coming out. If I can do this right, let me see if I can. I'm not even sure.
Take your time.
Let me pull it up on the computer. But he has this thing coming out where, I mean, he's got this ship. He's a 3D modeler. And what blew me away was he did not design this. His daughter did. His daughter is
Oh, wow.
14 years old. And she is the one that designed these files. And talking to him, he's like, yeah, it was really easy. You know, we do this stuff. This is like easy compared to what we usually do because we usually do robotics. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like,
Yes.
good Lord, man. Like,
It's taught in
blew
school
me
now,
away.
isn't it?
Yeah, CAD.
Like
Hey,
my
these
I
kid
don't
kids,
know,
learns
man,
this
but
that
stuff.
CAD design ain't nothing for them, man.
Yeah, my kids learned all this stuff. Like I said, I gave him my printers. When he gets them set up, I'm sure he's going to blow my mind with how fast he does this.
Mhm.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, I know. It almost killed me learning how to 3D print.
I still have not. I've spent all the money on it. I just haven't learned it. Didn't bother.
There's learning curves in it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
hey,
what
and
I
then
get.
you can, like, one little mistake can tank a whole printer. Like I got one that I just had a little itty bitty mishap that tanked my whole. I got to rebuild it basically by the light source and everything now. So
Oh,
that
God.
one's on the shelf.
And that's why I don't trust tech. Because once one thing goes in tech, you're usually just replacing the whole tech, not a component now. Right? Like your iPad
Well,
broke.
that wasn't
Well,
nice to say, Crow. Not very nice at all. You wasn't supposed to say that.
what's that? Sorry?
You wasn't supposed to say that like that
What?
about the tech. About once one thing goes, you got to replace the whole thing. You're just better off to shit can it and get a new one. I'm like,
That's
hey
how
man,
I.
maybe I could fix this thing cheap. Shit.
No, that's how I feel about tech. I'm saying because it's just like I don't know how to fix it. If you
Yeah,
guys know
me
how to
either.
fix it, it's better. But you
Yeah,
got all
fuck
the
the better just
tooling.
buy a new one. You're right.
Yeah. Fuck no, I didn't mean to take it down that road. I see where you're saying now.
Yeah, but it's hey, it's the smart money. You know what I mean? Spend a
No,
couple
but
hundred trying
you,
to fix the thing, or spend three and buy a new one. You know?
I just assume because you work with RCs and soldering and wiring that you could fix it if you really wanted to, right? Me, I don't have
Yeah,
that stuff.
probably
I don't
so.
have that skill.
Yeah, but then what if it fucks up and I don't
all right,
fix
here
it?
it
Then
is.
I'm just
Yeah.
$100 down the tube.
So this is the guy's company that I did an interview on.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, I hate it when it does this. Dang it. I don't like that fact I can't. I just want it to open up here. Okay, there we go. This
Man,
is the
dude, if you
Dreadnought
could find
pirate
us
ship
about a
that
9 or 10
interests
year
me.
old kid to
That's
help
why I
us.
wanted to talk to him. But the fact that his
Good.
14-year-old daughter is the one that came up with this totally blew my mind.
It's a dreadnought pirate
Huh?
ship. That's actually a really neat idea.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's cool.
Didn't he do another? He did something else
Yeah,
too.
dang it.
I've seen
I
it.
lost it. But anyway,
Mm.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is how Crow said about having, smaller vehicles with like buildings or something like that, something else to use, right? So what he came up with, and he hasn't put it out yet. He's got I love the Dreadnoughts, which is why it lured me to him. But he's coming out with a building. It's a bunker, and then he can add on. He uses Lego to pin everything, but the bunker you put on pieces over it, and it becomes a gas station, or you can put on pieces over it, and it becomes a log cabin for the Dreadnoughts. And then he's got some kind of piece that it looks like holographic, yes, and it's all collapsible. So you can tear it down and put it in a box.
So he's doing modular stuff.
Pretty cool there.
Yeah, modular is the way to go, man. Like
essentially, like
it is. Look at these, the modular guns, man, with the different pieces that interchange and shit. That way, it makes it, so you can have it, you can build your own, and then it's unique to you,
Well, like,
hey, Stu, what's happening, buddy?
What I mean by modular on this one is like this stuff. This is that, what is it? Extreme dioramas, right? Like these cardboard things that you can fold up, and then I can take them, I can move them to another shelf, I can reconfigure them, put them in all different ways. That is so collector friendly for that stuff.
Yeah. Basically, the guns are the same way, it's just mix and match and stuff to have it what
Yep.
And making it all play together.
But that's not something a big toy company will ever win making, right? Because they have to put more options than you need into a set to make it worth it, right?
As good as the idea as it is, you're probably right.
Yeah. But the 3D printer guys, clean house.
Well, some guys do. I'm not one of them. I clean house every now and then. My dog, the bad thing about cleaning house, he hates when I run the sweeper.
No, I don't have a dog that barks at anything. I have cats that run away like they should.
Hey, you'd think I'd chase him around the house with the sweeper and beat him with a club or beat him with the sweeper the way he acts. I ain't never chased him. As soon as that sweeper turns on, he's like, oh, shit. He like jumps out of his skin. He's like, shit.
Bobby said he collects Joe because it was his favorite toy growing up. Also, watching cartoon helped me work on my English. I didn't know he didn't know English to begin with.
Bobby, what was your primary language? I'm very curious. We were about to learn something about you. I don't know if we knew before.
We're gonna have Bobby on here one night. He's gonna call shit.
Well, he's Bobby World in some channels, and that just makes him seem very universal. So I like it.
Have you seen his diorama?
Seen his which now?
Crow, have you seen the diorama he's got in the garage?
No, I've seen pictures he sent me, and I think some of them are for the garage, but I don't know if I've seen the whole thing. Like I said, just recently I saw the last project he did.
He sent me a picture of one, and I thought it was a goddamn fucking Hot Wheel or Micro Machine. The fucking place, the area is so big, it was his garage. I was like, how big? He's like 2 stalls. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He's got Cobra Island
in there. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure he sent me pictures of it before. He's been sending stuff for a couple of years now. So,
man, if
I know some guys have some big displays.
Fuck around with, I'd probably do that too if I had the space to fuck around with it. Being limited on the space, it really knocks the ideas out, because that dedicate, one whole room.
Yeah.
I'm definitely emptying my garage with the intent of putting stuff out here, but I don't know if I would put my collection out there.
I got too much of another clay.
Stu said
it's out there like a yin yang. I can't do nothing in the garage. That's where the fun happens. Shit.
Stu said Tuesday nights is 5 ball guys. Friday nights we get a triad of ball caps.
That's fair. It's Good Friday here. There's nothing open, so.
Bobby said English is his primary language for the first 5 years of my life.
You know that white hat fedora that Pop wears. Every time I
Yeah.
see him wear that hat, I just instantly see that. You know, like I bet you get a free bowl of soup with that hat from Caddyshack every time. I just goes through my head every time. I start busting up laughing.
Nice.
Keep wearing
Bobby
the
was
hat,
saying
Pop.
English is his primary language, but the first 5 years of my life, no one knew my hearing was distorted. Show my version of English is slightly off.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mumble. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You type everything we hear, so I would have
Yeah.
never picked up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never noticed you had an impediment from the way you typed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Gojo, no, I'm not. I'm not going to go live on Sunday, but I have a video from Toy 3D Prints I'm going to put up. It's only about 30 minutes. I did a little interview with him, but he shows off the I can't pronounce that ship, but the pirate ship, and he said it was $600 printed, and he would ship it. But most people just buy the file. That's mainly what he does is the files.
Can
But
you do
then
me a
you'll see
favor?
the Dreadnought build. Yeah.
Can you just ask him, because I'm sure somebody's going to ask a little bit later. How hard would it be for him to replace the Dreadnought logo with the black from Valaverse?
I can shoot him a message. I don't think it'd be hard at all.
Because I think that's also where some of the market might go for him at some
Yeah,
point.
you're right, Crow.
And I mentioned
new
that to
black
him.
figure
Yep.
coming out,
Yeah.
that guys, want that figure. They'd want that boat.
And that,
For sure.
and just, yeah, like to think that the 14-year-old girl came up with that for her dad is brilliant. I'd be interested in that as well.
I was more blown away at the fact that a kid came up with it once he said that than I was with. I was all excited about the ship, and then when he said that, I was just like, "Well, I feel like a damn idiot,"
Yeah.
I mean,
That's one project I always
smart kid.
Yeah, it was one of the things I looked at with the Destros Castle too, like that design. I did think about doing a cross section of the flag, like saying this is this part of the flag, like a cross section diagram would be. Just doing something different, like the boats. Joe needs some sort of naval representation, so it's always good to see some sort of boats, like the Vala boat. Joe fans are going to buy the Vala boat, not just because it's cool, but because it's probably the first aquatic thing that they can get for their Joes.
Yeah, I see that Vala boat being a big hot ticket, man.
Oh yeah, I want
and
it.
it's not real big, the word you can have shelf space, That's the thing I liked about it is it ain't huge, and it's a good piece.
And you can hold figures in it too. And you've heard me say it a million times. Like the only way these things really serve your money is if they can hold, you can utilize that space. Like the same footprint that's holding this boat is holding 4 figures right now. It's good space management. Like that to me is a must.
That's like the NECA street scene. I've got one of those up there. I redid it. I put it in my Dreadnought video, but then it's up on the top of the cabinet now, and it holds like 8 different figures, just different poses of them standing outside the building.
Yep.
Hustle, thanks for showing up. Said he's checking in from the Everglades, and he said boats for the Joe drivers. Yes.
Yeah.
For Joe divers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're just waiting to go in a tank, right?
Push a lot of aquatic stuff.
There's nothing
Gojo said
goofier
he
than
doesn't care how much he wants the whale.
There you go. I always felt like there was nothing goofier than seeing a guy walking around in flippers and nowhere to use them. Right? I got a bunch of Joes and flippers.
Man,
I love that boat, Turk.
Flippers in your hand, looking like Scuba Steve.
Turk, you don't even need the Vala boat. You've got one.
Yeah, I know. Mine floats too.
You should sell me that one.
If you wanted to take it to the bathtub.
Not saying I don't.
Hey, PBJ, I'm not on Facebook. You got to send me that account. I don't even use it. I don't know if it reactivated because my Instagram got reactivated, but I'm only on Instagram and here. So Outhouse Customs on Instagram or outhousecustoms@gmail. Yeah, I guess my Facebook I think got reactivated. I don't know how the hell that worked.
Oh,
Facebook and Instagram are kind of hooked together.
That's what my wife said.
I gotta do. I'm
Like
doing
a
the
lot of my
least favorite
posts on
part.
Facebook, like on my car work and shit, it'll go right to my Instagram magically.
This is the worst part of doing customs in your living room. Is now I gotta clean up because I have company coming tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the shit I hate in the garage too.
Yeah, I'm pretty famous for whenever
My
I'm
wife
doing
will come
a
in here in the
styrofoam
morning
project,
sometimes.
making a huge mess.
My wife will come out here for water for the coffee pot in the morning. She'll look at the bench and she'll be like, "What the fuck did you do last?" I'm like, "Yeah, but look at all the cool shit I built." She's like, "You need to go clean that
What?
shit up."
Like
That's
shit got
what's
wild,
You
baby.
can't see it.
Why aren't you proud of me right now? What's going on here? Be supportive.
Like I done took apart 6 stingers. Look and see all the pieces all over.
Oh, when I'm working on Gojo's stinger for him, and then when I cut up the wrestling one, the low rider and the other one, man, there was plastic shit all over the floor. He came out and stepped on it. She's like, "I thought I stepped on a damn Lego."
Ow. Gojo, it's a night landing craft classified scale.
I'm committing to this piece right now. You're seeing me commit to it
Where'd
on
you
the
get
fly
that?
decision.
Crow.
This was from McFarlane's Frank Miller's Batman there, the Killing Joke Batman. It came with a light post that has been sitting around forever. I've been wondering what I was going to do with it. So that's what I'll do with it.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
a cool ass light post.
Yeah. I wish I had the patience to take this apart and put an actual light in there, but I don't. I'm not going to pretend like I plan to do that.
Man, that would be cool though. God dang it!
It would be.
On that little board with it lit up.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
So I've got this thing that I bought this before they announced the Hydra Viper, and this is like my one Ross find I've ever gotten. But it was this Batman freaking plane looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when they announced the Hydra Viper, I decided this is going to be the fucking underwater vehicle for the damn Hydra Viper.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it works. I mean, Batman has some funky shit. Not everything works, but that definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
One I got a while ago when my channel had like 20 subscribers. I got do you remember the crawler they used in Justice League in that tunnel, and like they had that big massive tech crawler come save them, and Cyborg took over it from Alfred. And he drove that thing around like that spider crawler. I've got one of those that fits classified, and I've been wondering what to do with it for years. Like some Batman stuff is just, it doesn't look Batman, so you can get away with it.
They've got that new Wonder Woman or Wonder Girl, not Wonder Girl, Supergirl motorcycle that came out.
The Lobo one, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Are
that.
you
Road
interested?
Pig.
I was wondering if you thought that would be. I saw somebody mention it for Road Pig, and I was like, I don't know. I guess that's subjective to opinion, right? Like, you're in the pros for that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get it. But I was gonna pre-order it, and I talked to my toy store guy, and he's like, "Man, just wait for that shit to go on sale." He's like, "McFarlane shit always goes on sale."
It does, yeah. And it's not out very long before it's starting to happen. So,
Yeah,
he's giving you good advice.
The classified scale night landing craft is 3D printed.
Yeah. Show that again, Turk. That's friggin'. I love that thing, man. Like,
well, it's missing. They don't have the motor or nothing on it.
oh, then no. I'm just kidding. Still good without it. Got to row it with oars and be quiet.
Yeah, it's
right?
got
What's the point of?
stuff.
Where's the stealth in the motor?
Yeah. There sure ain't. It'd be a
PBJ,
loud.
I found it at Ross. It's some Batman thing. I don't even remember what the hell the thing was. And you can just shoot me an email if you want. outhousecustoms@gmail.com since you don't have IG.
Yeah, McFarlane is he's belt fed production. Like, just throws everything at the wall. Some of it sticks, but most of it ends up on clearance after a while. Man, it's one of the few toy lines I can still find at music stores like Sunrise Records, and it's everywhere.
Hey, fellas, I'll be right back. Somebody has to.
All right. Kenner Aliens. Evac.
Oh, that's the drop ship they used, isn't it? The evac.
Yeah, I did see somebody make a custom out of that, I think.
Yeah, we're 5x5.
Joe one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think, yeah, that's ones I've only seen that on small scales, though. I've never seen that on something that would be classified. I'd love to see it on classified scale, but I feel like that's a big boy.
Yeah, Bobby, you got to send me the thing for that because I'm looking at one from 1992, but I don't know if that would fit a classified figure. And it's only $20 on eBay. I'd get it, but I'd be pissed if I got one.
Because I used to look at a lot of that stuff for Warhammer 40K customs. There used to be an edition of that game where you could build your own vehicles and make rules for them, and it was table acceptable. So I'd go on eBay and look for things like the Aliens drop ship because it would scale well with that game. But I never thought to look at it for a 6-inch toy line.
Bobby and I were going back and forth the other day, and because I want to do a tour bus for Cold Slither, kind of like he's doing, but I want to do the same vehicle since he did it. And I came up with, if I can find it, hopefully it's still on here. I found another vehicle. I think it would fit. Where is it? If it's not sold. And it's not a bad price. $65 shipped.
Yeah, that's the one you were showing me. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a cool little bus.
Yeah, I like the classic Starstream kind of Starline kind of appeal to it, like the old Airstreamers or whatever they were called from the 50s. That silver dome. Are you gonna keep the silver? Or are you gonna
Airstream?
Airstreams? Thank you. That was it.
I don't know. I kind of like the silver to it.
Here's the thing. I like the deep talk, Dookie. You know that. And you mentioned something that just kind of bipped the radar because this has come up a couple of times, right? This goes with when customizers come up with a good idea, how do you go about doing it yourself, right? We just did this whole thing because we were talking about Lonzo doing this,
did.
right?
My shit's still in pieces.
Well, either way, it's like, so we're respecting Lonzo. We're saying we got the idea from Lonzo and stuff like that. When you're doing a custom and you really want to do it, when you see another guy successful with his custom, you just said it. Now I want to do it, but I want to do it with a different vehicle because he did it so well with the one that he did it, right? Bobby's tour bus. Does that feel right or wrong? Do you know what I mean? As a customizer, does it feel like you're restricting yourself because somebody else did something first? Or does it feel like maybe it's easier to just do it the way that they did it anyways and do your thing with it? Do you know what I mean by that? Like,
I would never take the same platform and do it. Maybe the same idea, same concept, but I wouldn't use the same platform like the bus. Like my bus I've got up there, the one Bobby did, I did mine for the Bats a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And it didn't come out that great. It was one of the first vehicles I did, but with the Stingers, I mean, if somebody made I'll put it out there because I'm probably not going to do it, a fireman Stinger, like the play school fireman Stinger for the fireman, I would not do it. But if I would try to find a different vehicle to do it with, like the first person I saw to do the what the hell was the Slambulance for the police department was I want to say his name was D Amazing.
D Amazing sounds right. Yeah.
But he had for the cops, but it was the GCPD. And I don't remember what the video was that he had or what figures. I'm like, okay, I think he may have had the legacy cops or whatever. But he's like, yeah, this is a perfect thing. But he didn't do lights or anything on it. So in that aspect, I was like, okay, cool concept. I'm not going to show you up one, but I can take mine to a different level. So at that point, I was like, okay, I can do this a little different.
And so that's kind of the point I was getting at, because you used the word, I'm not going to show you up one, right? By doing the similar thing. And so that's why I was like, because go back to Bobby's tour bus. And you said, I don't want to use that same tour bus because Bobby did. And I'm kind of like, well, is it because you think that would Bobby be offended if you did the exact same thing and you did it better or worse? Do you think it affects them in any way? Or is it just a pride thing on your side to say, nope, it's been done. I won't do things that have been done. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Depends on if I want it in my collection or not. Like if I want the same thing in my collection, I'm not going to do something exactly the same that he did. But if I want to do it for my collection, one, I'm going to give you respect and props for it. Hey, it was your idea. This is where I got the idea. Two, not to show you up, but this is just how I would have done it. Because, I mean, Bobby shit is great. There's other people out there, Gun Bunny. I mean, he does stuff that I can't do. I'm not showing him up. If somebody would come out here and start knocking out these motorcycles better than me, by all means do it, you know. But if it fits in my story and my shelf, then yes, I would do it. If not, I'm not going to do it. If
that's fair.
Makes sense.
What about you, Turk? You got opinions on that? Like, same question to you. Like, you see somebody do something you want to do, right?
Well, honestly, like if I would probably use the same vehicle, but it would be with my spin on it. I wouldn't do it exactly like they did it. You know what I mean? I would have my own vision. As soon as I see it, I'd be like, oh man, that's cool. I could do something like that, but I wouldn't do exactly like what they did. It might be similar, you know, or it might be the same idea, but it wouldn't be exactly the same. No, I'd want to have my own spin on it, I think. And I think that, you know, after all, we're trying to inspire each other. So I think that would be, you know, giving them a compliment if I did do the same vehicle as them, you know. But, you know, with my own spin, of course.
Yeah, no,
so
I just wanted your
example,
guys' opinion on it there. Yeah.
Gojo hit me up and asked me to do a stinger for him. And the stinger is an MP stinger. So it's going to be a military police style stinger. It's kind of like the cop one. And then Punk just sent me one of his stingers. I'm going to give it to him at Joe Fest. He wants a police one. I said, how much creativity do I have? He goes, as long as it looks like a police car, I'm fine with it. I'm like, okay. So will it look exactly like my police stinger? No. Will all three of them have all lights? Yes. Because I don't think a police car without lights, the light bar is a police car, in my opinion. It should light up, you know. It's a cool thing.
The police lights.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought that when I did mine, that it's like, oh, it's AI, and that's why I put on it. Like, it's not fucking AI. My shit lights up, and it was done in what, November, December time frame. But like Turk said, you do it, and you don't do it to copy the person. You may get the ideas from them, but it helps enhance where you were going. Like you were saying earlier, you know, it sometimes you can't always get shit on paper. Like the guy I work with, right? We're building a dyno room. In a dyno, you put a motorcycle on a dyno, and what the dyno does is it tunes the motorcycle so you can get the maximum horsepower out of it by using computer technology, and it sits on like this ramp thing. Well, my buddy doesn't use AI. I do. I mean, so I'm like, oh, you know, we put the drywall up, put the studs up and everything. We got that done. He's kind of looking at it. He's like, man, it looks cool. I can't wait to see it done. So I'm sitting on my phone as he's taking a break real quick, and I type in, you know, take a picture of the dyno room, and I start typing on my phone in AI, and I show him the picture of the finished room in AI. He's like, holy shit. He's like, man, this shit's all fake, man. We ain't even living for real. He's like, we're all some kind of characters and some shit. I was like, this is what it's going to look like. He's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. So to me, it enhances the vision. Seeing other customizers is kind of old school AI. Okay, this is what you did. This is how I'm going to get to where I need to go. This is, if you hit a roadblock, you're like, okay, I can't see what I'm doing wrong or right, but I'm stuck. I see what Crow does. I'm like, okay, now I'm not stuck. I see how you did it. Now I can further along. So I guess I
just think everybody use a different avenue, you know what I mean, to get their creativity out, you know?
Yes.
So the reason I poached it is because, I mean, if we go back to the last couple of months, you know, some creative people get a little sensitive when stuff starts looking like what they've been doing. and they're not getting credit, right? And I can kind of see both sides of the fence where you're kind of looking to see what projects are similar to your own, and you never hear your name get mentioned. A sensitive person might get upset about that sort of thing. But you guys have said it yourselves, and I've said it before too. If you actually get an idea from somebody, the first thing you've said is you've given them their props. You said flat out, like, I got this idea from somebody, right? Do you think that's like common courtesy, or do you think that's a rare superpower on YouTube, or what? Like, it didn't seem to be a problem till just recently.
I think for those people not doing it, it's because they're trying to become something that they are not. I think for the people that do it, it's a natural respect thing. It's a respect for what
you're going to also
we do.
Like, you know me, I'm going to be the exception to the rule. Not everybody has seen everything. Somebody might do something and think that they're doing it originally. You know what I mean? And they're like the 10th person that's did this shit. They just
exactly. It's
God
like,
bless
man,
them.
the Daredevil buck. I always go back to the Daredevil buck. Like, nobody thought of making that some sort of civilian type of hooded plainclothes character. It's like everybody thought of this, but there was this scramble for people to be like, I'm the first one that did this with shoes. I'm the first one that did this with pop and swap or whatever. And it was like, man, it was like everybody had the same idea. They went about it. Now you're all looking for people copying you. That's a dangerous road to go down in customizing, man. You'll be at that.
And don't
forever.
say, be like, yeah, don't be like, hey, you copied my shit. But like Turk just said, how many fucking people are on YouTube? And even if you had it in your head first and you didn't search for it, why would you search for it if you just thought of it, you know?
Yeah.
Some people can be like, you invented that round thing. I invented the round thing. I call it the wheel.
You did. I did. I said it was a spear. This is bullshit. Because I see Gasland Mechanics in your chat, and he's a guy that if you ask him to share ideas, he will share you good ideas, right? And he's never ever asked for credit, right? What's that?
He's given me a ton of backstories for Knox. I just haven't created any of them yet.
Exactly, right? Like that's the good collaboration. Like good guy. I wish I could see his stuff on a channel. Like, but I can't make half of his stuff. It's just too good of an idea. Sometimes I don't have the right figure for it.
Yeah, Alonzo, I have to agree, man. We all put our own spin on the shit, so that's how we make it unique to ourselves, you know.
That's right
there. That's what our call. You know, we're all unique. Is each of us is a being, so we're all going to do things different, and that's what makes us unique. Putting our own spin on life.
Yeah, like so this is the damn friggin' Ghost Rider bike, right? The red Marvel Legend Ghost Rider bike.
Got it over there.
This is the start of my red Marvel Ghost Rider bike. I dyed the tire black. So I mean, I put that out there to see if it would work. So somebody else would be like, I can't stand if a motorcycle's not accurate. I get it, it's a toy, I get it's a cartoon, but I want certain things accurate. Fucking tires need to be black, period. The rest of the shit I really don't care about. And
this is kind of why,
fuck it, I get it.
This is kind of why I hijacked you a bit on this one, because it's like I think it's about time we had some statements out there that people could look up when they're probing to find answers, to find out where customizer mindsets are. We're not about stealing from others or things like this, but this need to get credit creates a problem because you start having to worry about it when you're trying to create, right? Like, who else is going to get upset that I made this? You know.
Here's a prime example. I'll give you a prime example. Little old fucking Dookie, 1984, 1985, 83, did not like his fucking police cars for Hot Wheels because they came different. Every year or every model, they had a different little sticker or something on them. And you can ask my fucking mom this, and she'll take it to the grave. She could not keep a Sharpie in the house. I would take all my cars or vans or trucks, whatever I wanted to use as police cars. I took a Sharpie and I painted them black on black on black. Black windows. This is before tinted windows. Black rims, black body, everything black. Sharpie marker. I did not fucking try to go out there and sue Hummer H3 when they came out of the tactical edition Hummer that was black on black. I did not fucking go out there and try to sue auto manufacturers when they were making black rims with black cars and tinted windows. I'm sure somebody else, they didn't know I was alive in 1983 doing that shit with Hot Wheels. You know, and we fast forward to fucking 2010, whenever black on black became famous and everybody got away from chrome.
Hey,
everybody has an idea.
Great ideas ain't always original.
Can I tell you a funny one where I think I did do this as a kid? I grew up believing this was true. Back when Top Gun came out, Marvel Comics had a contest to make a superhero and send it to them, and it might make it into a comic. This was like what year did Top Gun come out? It was like 83, 84, whatever. I sent one in named Maverick because I based it off of watching Top Gun, and I did this drawing and everything like this. And 5 years later, in one of the X-Men comics, when they relaunched the blue and gold teams, there was a character called Maverick that had apparently been with Wolverine, and he had almost this exact same mask as what I had drawn as a kid and sent in, right? And I had never gotten anything back from Marvel. I grew up with this, like, I might have invented that character feeling, right? But then it was like, as you get older, you mature, you're like, no, 1,000 different people come up with 1,000 different ideas. There's 1,000 different coincidences out there, man. Like, relax.
Right.
You know? You're
into comics, Crow. How many fucking Marvel characters are exactly the same, just different outfits in DC?
Oh, God. That's an old discussion, man. That's, it was inevitable. You're going to borrow ideas that work from each other. Right.
And Bobby just said it perfect right here. One of the reasons I always show you guys what I do is just hopefully inspires you guys to do something similar so I can see your guys' take on it.
Yeah.
There we go. And
that's also going to go on to another project because you might do something different than there. And then you have another project be like, that'll give you the idea for another project that'll spin off the whole something totally different.
Yep. Hey, Jetman,
That's what
and it goes back to your fucking Destro Castle. I saw you do that, and I just happened to stumble across that dollhouse one day on Craigslist of all fucking pages that nobody uses anymore because I'm not on Facebook. And I was like, fuck, let me do something for a joke. So your concept idea of using a dollhouse, but then I turned it to a G.I. Joe thing,
Yeah. I mean, it was...
And I think I even said in the video, Crow, idea.
Yeah, you never really sourced what you were doing to mine, and you kept mentioning the dollars, but what you did was so completely different. Like, it was just like, man, this isn't even the same project. Go, you know what I mean? Like what you built out of your
so
stuff
we both
was
see a tree.
Different. What's that?
You both see a tree, and each of you cut down the tree and use the wood. One person builds a garage, one person builds a house. I mean, it's two different ideas, The material's still the same.
Yep.
3-Star said he's still waiting on a Dreadnought Dragon.
Yeah. I know where that is from. And then, I mean, we could mention 3 stacks to the max, but I mean, bottom line is it's just another guy getting creative out here. Like, he's got ideas like everybody else, right? And he's had some fucking cool shit. I'm not going to deny he does have some cool shit, but I would never steal from him without telling him.
That exactly. And I would never say, hey, you stole my idea, not knowing if you could have already had this idea in your head, like I did with the Marvel Legends Daredevil. As soon as they announced that figure, I saw that shit and I was like, I love shell toes. I can make my own character. And I told my wife exactly how I was going to do it. And then now you're saying I stole it from you because you did it 2 or 3 days after I did. And I was working on the video and I didn't publish a video for later on, but still had the shit done prior to.
Yeah. I mean, Kick it's not the.
Go ahead.
What's he saying? No. Go ahead with Kick Rocks there.
He said, imitation the greatest form of flattery, as long as it's not passed off as an original thought. And that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So when I started Outhouse Customs, it was 2017, I think. I started doing custom wooden American flags for my guys that were leaving in the unit. I don't know if you guys did it, Crow, but we always had a going away gift for everybody when they left the unit. A PCS.
Always.
For me, if you go back and look at Outhouse Customs on Instagram, all that first shit is nothing but woodworking. And
that's usually what it starts with. Yeah.
Yep. And on my little shit, it said, always imitated, never duplicated. That was just like my little catchphrase. That was it. Because and everybody was doing wooden flags at that point. It was a big thing around in the US, you know?
It still should be. I mean, there's always a market for it so long as you have veterans, right?
Yep. Ian's here. Appreciate you stopping in.
What's happening? Ian?
Gasland says, my thoughts on credits are this. I know that I can create and share these. I share with you knowing that something else really matters.
I get what he's saying. Yeah.
Inspiration with respect from HK Viper. Most of our age group kind of came up with the same biting from the no biting era and the life law averages. People will come up with the same idea at the same time. Yeah, rock it your own style. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It's never the pride in the product that I have a problem with. How people take pride in their product, I'll never take issue. If you want to self-promote, self-promote. If you want to be humble, right? But when it creates problematic thinking where you're getting paranoid and beefs are starting over just content that's subjective to opinion, that's where I'm like, okay, that's dangerous, right? Because what it'll do, it'll keep other creative people from sharing their creations, and that would be the real tragedy, right? Like one of the biggest things I think, the best things that happened was a good response to your content on your channel with the Eagle's Nest, made you comfortable enough to share the fact that you build dreadnoughts not just as figures, but as characters. You write file cards, you picture their personalities, and you give them a lore. A lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with that if there was beef with customizers, right? Like that just, I'm not putting that out there. I'm not sharing that. That's personal, right? So we need to be comfortable in this environment to a degree so we can keep people doing that.
Yeah, some people would probably go, man, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna like it or whatever, or it ain't as good as this guy's, and I could see him holding it back, you know.
There you go. Turk perfect. Yeah. Like exactly that. There's a lot of introverts out there.
We spoke on some stuff like this before. Like one thing, Jetman. Yeah, did you guys see Jetman building his thing?
Yep. When he was building his display with the hammer and nails and wood.
I thought he was going to nail himself to the wood, but you know what? He still did it.
Yep.
That shit right there, everybody ought to take just a little bit of what he was doing that day and put that in himself.
Yeah, man. I was
anything. That's a pretty cool dude. You know what I mean? That's a guy that I'd want to meet right there, as opposed to somebody that was going, oh no, I did this, and you know I'm the only guy that ever did it because I'm the best thing that ever was. Man, there's already been 10 guys down the road from you that did it.
So,
calm down, man.
One of the biggest lessons I ever took out of the military, man, and I'm sure you'd back it up, is there is way more to be learned out of watching someone try than there is to watch them succeed, right?
Man,
and just watching someone try that's where you're getting all your lessons. Someone succeeding, you're just like, that's one way to do it, right? Trying shows you why other ways don't work.
And hey, why another way might work too.
And exactly that, or why they do work, right? So it's just, I'd rather watch people showing that just, this is my first attempt at doing this, and then see a video on it and be like, man, now I feel like I just made my first attempt. That's awesome. Now I know what to do. Right.
Like the other day, I've cut a few trucks in half. The other day, I got a wild hair in my ass to cut my running driving truck in half because I wanted the short bed truck. And I was like, I've never cut this year truck in half, but what the hell? I did it before. Let's give it a shot. Hey, today I got a short bed truck, running truck again, and it's 14 inches shorter. I'm pretty happy about it.
When you roll the dice, Turk, you roll big dice, bro.
Hey, fuck it, man. When you're out
big
there,
fuzzy
man,
dice.
Hey, you're gonna break some eggs and make it an omelet. Damn it.
Yeah, we're talking about $36 toys. You're doing trucks.
Yeah.
It's
Dirty Knives said Marvel paid the kid to create
your stinger. You know, granted, it ain't your vehicle you go to the grocery store in, but it's still, you know, an investment, and you bought it, and you don't want to fuck it up ultimately, you know. So you're taking a chance. So it can go bad.
I get you.
Dirty Knight said Marvel paid the kid that created Black Suit Spider-Man $220. Look how much they made off that idea. I bet he ain't getting royalty checks either. And thanks for stopping in, man. I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I did have one guy though. He got mad at me. I made this brainwave scanner, my Dr. Mindbender's brainwave scanner out of styrene, and dude said, "You stole my idea from my files on Etsy." I was like, I seen some pictures on Etsy, and then I kind of made it out of plastic. I glued it all together. How's that stealing your idea? Because I remember they had this thing, for a long time. It wasn't like it was something new. He was mad.
So, yeah, I'd be like, well, you stole the idea for Cerebro. Like, it's Cerebro. You can't take ownership of Cerebro. Marvel can. How about you do
Hey, man,
that?
I invented the damn Terror Dome. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the perspective's important,
Jetman
right?
said
When you're
my
taking
big rig
ownership.
idea for Rogue Station. Yeah. Like Jetman said he saw my Road Pig big rig and loved it. And he asked if he could make one. He got a couple points. His is different. Hell, I got it from Savage Land, and I said that shit when I did it. I saw
Right.
Savage do it.
It's a
And
back scratching hobby,
it's
man.
hard
There's
if
only so many
somebody
tools out there for us to use.
copies my shit, man. Hell, that means I'm doing something and I got your eyes on me if you're wanting something I got that I made or whatever.
Well, I mean, and I see it coming up in the chat again from Ivan Wolf there. It's like, do you realize how many introverts we have in this community? We have, if you're in front of a camera doing toy tubing stuff, you're probably not as much of an introvert as you think you are, for one, right? But if you're in the chat and you're not doing channels like that, there's hundreds of these guys, and they love these kind of videos because they wouldn't go out and seek this stuff other ways. They wouldn't go up to people and say, teach me something, right? The videos is how people learn now. So I think this is like kind of really fun. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight doing this kind of stuff and talking about
That's
where we
why-
got it from.
That's why this show's important, I think. And it could have very well died a while back, but we didn't let it die because we need this. This is what we need this right here to get everybody to do the stuff that we try to do. That sometimes we pull it off, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it just don't work out. But other times it does. You can do it too. That's what we're here for. Is you can do it too.
I've learned through trial and error in a lot of this shit. And I mean, you can ask my wife 4 years ago, Friday nights to Sunday morning, I'd be gone. I'd wake up, get off work Friday, change clothes real quick, throw on my cut, get on the bike, and I'd be gone. Come back late at night, wake up Saturday morning, do the same thing, all gone all day Saturday. She'd see me Sunday. She'd be like, how was your weekend? I'd be out running with the club, but that's not the lifestyle I want anymore. I miss it. I'm not going to lie. I do miss running with the bikes, but I'd rather be here doing this shit, being creative, spending time with my kid. When he wakes up every morning, he'll come out. First thing he wants to do usually in the morning, he'll go mess in his room. And if he knows I was out here at night, he'll be like, what'd you do? Are you still working on that? It's not done yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I like about it. And Gasland said, this is why I follow you guys. You do customs and go further with them, make it real, which is why I share my ideas, because I like to make realism.
Yeah.
Right on. Hey, that's all we want, man. That's all we want. Just everybody to get a little inspiration, man.
It's also just fun to do hobbies together too, right? Like, I mean, if anybody's sitting at home working on one, a lot of people are just having YouTube on in the background. So, I mean, while we were building, there might have been like 3 other guys working on projects that weren't even typing, right? Like, that's like, you hope things like that are going on. I know that's what I'm doing when I'm usually watching you guys instead of being on with you.
Right.
And that's another reason I put that background. That's another reason I put that album out, because I like to have music on if I'm not listening to YouTube. And I was like, well, shit, a lot of people have said something about the songs in one way, shape, or form, mostly positive. I don't think anybody has said anything negative. I was like, let me put this out there. If they're working on shit, they can have songs to listen to that I've already done.
There you go.
I'll just keep doing that. Every time I get 8 to 10 songs, I'll drop another volume.
Well, I look at this stuff like this too. That like the age of TV is dying. We're a new talk show host. We're like Johnny Carson kind of, but we're we do our own spin and our own show with the toys and shit. Yes, the stories, but we're still a talk show. Like I remember when people used to love Johnny Carson and then shows like that, and having guests on. And just everybody talking and communicating. That's a lot of people don't communicate. Is really what I'm trying to say. And this is like when we have guests on, and or if it's just me and Dookie, it's the communication and running this idea by each other and back and forth. All of that right there is that's what it's about, and that's why.
So when you said, oh, sorry, finish your thought. I didn't mean to do that to you.
That's why I think that like this is so important, because we're the new age of TV. Because I don't watch TV myself. It's just bullshit. So most of my entertainment comes from YouTube and you guys and other guys I watch.
So I've talked about this with Punk before, like just offline, because it keeps coming back to this analogy, and you just did it there. Like it's like XYZ comparison to TV, right? Johnny Carson TV show, right? And yeah, it's almost impossible not to look at it that way. If you're putting together editing footage, releasing videos, doing lives, you end up seeing it that way to some degree, I think, especially in our age group. Well, TV was a bigger deal back then, right? The problem is some people view it in TV and they take it to the point where they're competing networks. And I'll use Viper Island versus everybody else, for example, right? Like I'm competing for your subscribers. You're trying to take my subscribers, my view hours. This is my subject matter. Like, and I'm like, that's not how modern entertainment works.
You're not having fun with it no more, man. Quit.
Well, it's that set thinking of comparing it to TV again. And I'm like, that's not how it works anymore. People don't have to choose because you're accessible at all hours of the day. Not like a network show where you have to watch at 8 or it's only available in a certain way, right? Like, it's a stuck level of thinking and it's backwards, but it's prevalent in the community. You see it all the time. I'm like, why are you competing?
Yeah, there ain't no reason to, but I do see it though. I agree. There's a lot of guys that they're bigger britches than everybody. Whenever know what? They all put their pants on the same leg one at a time like I do.
Yeah. It's just this exercise in futility to outdo each other. And I'm just like, man, once you just stop looking for anyone to outdo you, aren't you having more fun?
Well, people have a nature for competition. I'll tell you that.
That's true.
You got competition, there's usually a lot of emotions in competition.
Very true.
I had an old buddy of mine whenever I was racing go-karts, and I went down and I'd smoked him out, man. And he's like, everybody was mad about it, and they're like, well, he says, Turk, he says, one thing about racing, he says, racing has a lot of emotions with it.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, Rich, you are correct.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever visualizes it.
He was like 80 years old. He'd ran one of the local racetracks here for years. His family did, and he did, So he'd been around a lot of racing.
Yeah. I was going to say, nobody ever pictures themselves as the second or third best of anything, right? They get disappointed when that's the reality. So,
well, hell, it don't even. That's just luck. If you're the best that day, it's because you got lucky that day, man. Hell,
you had a good day.
To be the best, you got to beat the best consistently, and a lot of people can't do that.
Oh, I got to close that window.
Gasland said this is real life TV, not the bullshit they try to pass off on real TV.
Yeah, that's more like what I was getting at. There is people are wanting to see the real stuff. I don't want to see no bullshit, made up, cooked up shit. Even they're like, oh, it's a true story. That shit's cooked up as shit, and it ain't.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch a couple of guys just talking shit as opposed to some bullshit.
Like Gojo right here. He puts his pants on the same way. All 3 legs.
All 3 legs, yes. Hey, Don't get the middle leg caught in the zipper part.
Yeah. I mean,
Recommend.
I don't know. There's part of me that still says, hey, just remember, I'm just enjoying a trend right now too, right? Like the way that technology jumps over 5 years and everything like this, like
Yeah.
YouTube is a great thing right now, but I am not going to pretend to predict its lifespan of interest when other things are being invented out there, right? So trying to enjoy this while it is, right? But yeah.
Well, I think YouTube's going to go for quite some. It's been going for a while now, so I don't see YouTube dying anytime soon. There's too many people
No,
that like to make content.
yeah, and I think there's always going to be content to be made, and YouTube will be a resource for that. But what I meant by a trend is everybody being a content creator and everybody enjoying watching content creators, right? People like what Gasland says. This is better than TV right now, right? But if TV ever did something amazing to become better, people would be more interested in that. Would we still be as enjoying this atmosphere as much, like watching it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that
Hey,
kind of a trend.
the house phone went the way of the dodo to the cell phone. After all,
Yep. Everything
you know.
evolves at some point. So
Yep, it sure does. What's next? Something good, hopefully.
Ian said, I just appreciate y'all not trying to psyop a programming just like mine and homeboys that would have been friends of mine in the youth. And that's the reason I kind of fell into it. Like when Turk and Grievance asked me to come on the first time, I didn't really talk to anybody. I was in the chats a little bit here and there and kind of knew some people, but I didn't know anybody, hadn't met any person, hadn't been on here. And like you were saying earlier, Crow, I was kind of hesitant to do it. I'm like, what if my shit ain't good enough? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just on the fly in the wall trying to figure out as I go. But
bro,
I hate the
my
word
channel
community,
has
but it is a community.
yeah, my channel has been shit for the longest fucking time. It didn't even get worth watching till the last year, and I still look at it as shit now, but I'm just happy it hits. Right. But once you accept that, you're like, hey man, I am learning and growing and doing all of that. And like it's all fucking good from there. But sorry, I lost the point that you were brought up on that. There was the
Damn the weed.
no, I need more weed now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forget a lot of shit
It's
too
too long for
sometimes.
me.
That goddamn grinder, man. Sitting right there, I couldn't believe it.
No, it was the psyop. Sorry, it was Ian's comment that I was trying to get to. It's yeah, at some point you're feeling like somebody's telling you not to watch some other group, right? Like a lot of what we watch out here, you'll hear them to start going, well, if you're following this group and they're being elusive, and you're like, well, I know what group they're talking about, right? Like it's like there is a divide, and some people are noticing it. And I think Ian's one of the guys that notices it.
Man, really, if you think about it, we're all one group, though.
No, but it's
Isn't it kind of funny?
it's fine. It's just like, man,
Hey, bro,
it's
you got to think about it though. For a lot of guys that like a lot of the same shit, we all like the same shit, right? We're all buying this shit, like talking about it, like watching about it and everything. Why ain't we more connected together if we all like it so much? Why is it got to be a competition?
because ego of opinion, right? My opinion
Yeah.
wasn't wrong. Yours was.
Of course it was.
I actually have facts that support my opinion. Okay, but it's still an opinion. Okay. No, it's natural. It's going to happen in any environment. It's just that we're a bunch of gossipy people and we like to dwell on it, right? I'm no different than anyone else.
Yeah, I'm guilty, I guess. Hey,
But it does suck when you're enjoying one content creator and they make a comment against another content creator you like, and you're like, I'm just staying quiet in the chat while this gets past it,
Yeah,
don't want to address it.
I don't usually address I don't make my whatever I do on YouTube. I don't make it about like a witch hunt or nothing. I ain't going after nobody, because hell, ultimately, ain't nobody we're not gonna put hands on each other, and that's my end result with it. Hey, if you got a problem, let's go ahead and hook and jab it out. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that strongly about it. Well, on
That's
YouTube,
right.
they're not going to do that. So just calm down and forget about it.
No,
They're not
it's
going to kill you. If they do show up on your house, at your house, just make sure you have your AR-15 loaded.
well, that's the problem right now. Is like everybody's a cause fighter right now, but how everybody reacts to cause fighting is very different these days. It's gotten
Yeah,
pretty bad, right? So,
yeah, they're talking about cause fighting, but wait till they're in the cause fighting, and then
well,
see
it's
how
just
quick they want to get out of that cause fighting.
well, I think everybody's been seeing what it looks like these days and being like, "Hang on a second, that's not what I pictured." Yeah, well, that's what it looks
Well,
like in
that's what it's
reality
going to
when
be.
everybody's different.
Yeah, it's going to be different when they get in there in it. Shit.
Later, Dojo.
Yeah. But look, guys, it's after midnight, and my whole house is going to turn back into a pumpkin soon. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna say thanks for letting me hang out with you guys tonight, and I'm gonna get out of
Oh,
here.
anytime, man. Appreciate you coming
You're
on.
more than welcome, bro.
Right on.
Appreciate
And
you
thank
hanging out with us, brother.
and thank you to your chat. You've got a very kind chat. There's some I recognize and some I don't. So nice to see everybody. Thank you for letting me hang out with y'all. Have a good
They're
night.
Pretty good group of fellas, man.
Later, Crow.
Later,
We're
guys.
blessed with them guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done, Turk. I'm gonna go. I think we'll end it. I got one side of the wall done.
That shit looks good, man.
And
It's
then
drying.
I
That's
still
when
gotta
you
do
see it more.
Yeah, like Crow was right. Once it dries up, I can get the lines in there,
Yep.
and then I can do the other side. So I'll let this dry tonight, and I'll work on it this weekend.
Well, don't let it get into your Easter bunny time.
Oh no, I'm not. I got the grandson coming over Sunday. I got my son's coming back. My son comes tomorrow. Got to clean stuff out of his room. So he moved in with his girlfriend. So, hey, Hella Geek, thanks for stopping in, man.
Yeah, right on, Hella Geek. Thanks for stopping through, buddy. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna go watch wrestling because WrestleMania is not too far away, and
Right
I'll
on, man.
stay
Push
up.
the button, brother.
I'll fall asleep on the damn couch watching that shit tonight. Yeah, Hella Geek, hit us up in the replay, man. We'd appreciate it. It was a good one. Crow was on here, so you'll enjoy it.
It was definitely a good show.
But we will see you guys all next week. Replay Squad, thanks for watching if you made it this far. And everybody else, hope you have a good Easter weekend, and whatever holidays you celebrate. So, other than that, everybody stay safe. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week. No clue what the hell we're doing, but we'll be doing something.
Yeah. One thing, make sure you go watch 3 Stars video.
Yes, go watch out 3 Stars shit, please.
Yeah.
He's always got something good. I'm going to watch it tomorrow morning when I wake up with my son.
I'll be watching it directly, so.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.
Peace, everybody.
Thank you for responding to my transmission. It has enabled me to lock firing coordinates on your headquarters